I guess you could say, inexperienced group of receivers. You have a sophomore that may have more experience than the rest of the group. I'm talking about Gathings. Radcliffe, Cohen. You sprinkle in some defensive guys every once in a while, but these guys are only going to get better with more playing time, correct?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, even with Ashton being the senior over there, he's been playing DB up until the last couple of weeks or this season, and still a very young group as far as that goes, and very proud of the way that they have performed. And yes, hopefully they will be nothing but get better.
Defensively, you contained number 27 for the first half, but he was able to break away during the second half and put the Rockets on his shoulders, and he was able to do kind of similar things last year against your team. And I'm not taking anything away from the running back, but just like a hitter in baseball might have good numbers against a certain pitcher, do you find that there may be some players who do well against certain team schemes?
27 is really good. He was really, really good as a sophomore and ended up, I think he tweaked his ankle against us in that ball game up there 2 years ago, and never really got well all the rest of that season. Stayed kind of injured last year, and with his first game back was against us, so he was still very tender. As far as what I can say about him, there wasn't anything tender about him Friday night, and he's a very talented young man. But yes, obviously, I mean, there's strengths that each kid has and each scheme has, and sometimes, I guess that goes back to some of our starters from time to time, just because you play, especially defensively. If we're playing more of a spread throwing type thing, we may have a DB, more of a DB type guy out there in a certain spot than we would have, say, if we're playing a two-type power team.
Once again, our Coach's Show is sponsored by All-Star Team Sports. Coach, you've already had a good week of football. Your 7th grade, 8th grade, both defeated Newton County, and JV tied. But how pleased are you seeing those results from your younger players?
I mean, that's always, our feeder program here has been really, really strong for us, and we want the kids to compete in junior high. That's the biggest thing. I couldn't tell you the win-loss record on any of them, but I can tell you at the end of the night if they've competed or not. And obviously, I'm very proud of our kids. The junior high program, the JV program. Every time we've gone out on the field, we have competed and performed to the level of growth, I guess you would say, is what we're looking for out of JV. Making sure junior high and JV, make sure we're making progress each week and making progress each game and correcting the mistakes that we do make.
As I'm looking across the room here, I'm seeing one of your coaches for your junior varsity team. How have your coaches progressed over those weeks as you're preparing for the younger guys coming in? Put him on the spot.
I hope they progressed well. I mean, our system doesn't change. Our philosophy doesn't change. So, we're going to go out there and try to get the most effort out of our kids, and I think our coaches do that.
Yes, they do. I was talking about Hunter Townsend, by the way. I've known Hunter quite some time, and I can make fun of him a little bit. Coach, you climbed the classification ladder even further this week as the Knights face 2-1 Germantown, the Germantown Mavericks. What have you been able to see from Coach Russell, who I believe is in his second, maybe even third year in this 7A ball club?
Coach Mitchell's been there for 3 years, I think it is. You've got obviously a familiar face on the opposing sidelines running the defense, and our former player and a very special young man to me, Michael Washington. Very fast, very, very big physical team, just like any 7A. When you've got 1,500 kids to choose from or 1,600 kids to choose from, they're supposed to be that way. So, about 3 times our size, but, it's the only ball game we could get to play us. So I guess that's I don't know if that's a blessing or a curse, but, even today, getting turned down by teams to play us here in the local area that refuse to play. So, we have to go out and find those games, and, I think it's good for us as it goes on into the season as far as, playing the bigger, tougher people. It doesn't make the record look great, and then you worry about confidence in the locker room and getting down on yourself and that type thing. But, if you look at the past, though, we've knocked off quite a few of those things. So it's not like it's a loss going in. But, very, very fast football team, as opposed that they're as fast as Neshoba was physical last week. Is the way I would describe them.
Well, last year's game you kept it pretty close up until halftime. I believe it was 14-7 at halftime, and they kind of got away at the end of it. But Coach, when you brought it up, when you face big ball clubs like Germantown, is there ever a tendency for maybe your squad to look at that intimidation factor that sets in, or does it set in? And if so, how do you reel your players back in from that?
I think it does. You know, some years it affects them more than others, but I think there's this little bit of doubt, I guess you would say, not necessarily intimidation, but more doubt in the kids. And I just remind them of the teams that have gone in there and knocked off bigger teams and bigger opponents. And we've got a history of doing that. Hopefully it'll take place tonight. I'm not sure. As far as it getting out of hand in the second half, I take full responsibility of that. But I know I've told you on this show before, getting beat by 7 and getting beat by 14 is about the same. So when it gets to that level, we're going to try to take some shots and take some chances to an extent.
Coach, give us some keys to win tonight's ball game.
Well, we're going to have to definitely be a little bit better on the edge than we were last week, as far as on the run game. A lot of similarities in the way that they run the offense that they do. So I would say our edge play on defense and controlling the football on offense. Did a good job of that last week. We come up short on a couple opportunities there in the red zone. So capitalizing on our drives on offense and just making stops.
I have not heard from him yet.
Before starting football.
And I know you got to thank a certain particular individual for helping out yourself or your team this evening.
Yes, State Representative Billy Adam Calvert has provided our pregame meal today, and I say it every week. And this community and these people in this community, these sponsors that sponsor these meals,
a little bit, and then throw it to a commercial break. That the FCA pep talk will be in.
Had a kid in this program for the last 4 or 5 years. Continue on to do that now that his son has graduated. So,
I need to mention the battery one source on the front end of the FCA talk.
But State Representative Billy Adam Calvert provided today.
Thank you. Well, battery one source is actually the pregame.
Once again, that wraps up your coach's show, sponsored by All Star Team Sports, locally owned. Sports all area schools, your source for sporting goods, custom apparel, awards, and so much more. Coming up, we've got your pregame show. We'll go over those starters, as well as get you some more stats as we continue that pregame show. Coming up next on Q101.
When it comes to football supplies and equipment, there's only one place: All-Star Team Sports. Let All-Star Team Sports protect your football player with shoulder pads, helmets, arm sleeves, mouth guards, and more. Want to support your favorite teams? All-Star Team Sports has a great selection of spirit wear, including shirts, hats, sweats, and more. So whether it's a 40-yard run for a first down or a touchdown dance in the end zone, your player will look like All-Star Team Sports.
1100 24th Avenue in Meridian.
Locally owned and operated for over 45 years, Battery One Source is your source for auto, motorcycle, marine, and lawn and garden batteries. But don't buy before you let them check your old battery. Absolutely free. If your golf cart needs to be repaired, or maybe you want to add some accessories, Battery One Source does that too. And with over 20 years experience in cell phone repairs, they are your cell phone and iPad repair headquarters. Battery One Source, located at 2618 North Frontage Road, or call 601-693-1500.
Hey, Knights fans, it's game time. This season, don't just cheer for victory. Score a winning smile with Douglas Orthodontics. Douglas Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of the West Lauderdale Knights. Get your smile in the game and show off your team spirit. Call Douglas Orthodontics today and tackle those orthodontic needs. Score a winning smile this season at Douglas Orthodontics. Douglas Orthodontics, where champions get their smile.
In sports, the goal is to be the best. And the same is true for Alpha Insurance. We work to make every quote, claim, or call a highlight. And that's why customers consistently give Alpha high marks for service. Call Alpha and let us help you save on home, car, and life insurance. In Meridian, call your Alpha agent, Will Sweat, at 601-482-2385. Or stop by our office at 2340 North Hill Street, Suite A.
Are you ready for some tailgating?
Down home, down the street, Piggly Wiggly.
Piggly Wiggly in Collinsville can do all the cooking for all of your tailgating this football season. Mouth-watering ribs and Boston butts are always available. If that's not enough, how about those delicious pulled pork sandwiches? For all of your tailgating snacks, food, and drinks, shop with Joe and the great folks at Piggly Wiggly in Collinsville.
We're down home, down the street, Piggly Wiggly.
In life, some things just go together,
minutes
like
away from the top of the hour, so this
home
first
and
break
auto
doesn't have to be
insurance
that
from
long.
State Farm. Combine and save. In Meridian, talk to State Farm agent Chris McDonald today, located at 4542 Poplar Springs Drive, 601-483-7743 for a quote on auto, homeowners, condo, renters, personal articles, business, life, and health insurance. State Farm agent Chris McDonald is a proud supporter of the West Lauderdale Knife football team.
Yeah, that's good to me.
With just minutes away from kickoff, here's Lee and Clint with a preview of tonight's matchup on our official pregame show powered by Battery One Source and Q101.
Well, we are here at the Kingdom tonight for a some have labeled it as a David and Goliath type game. I'm not sure I'm ready to take that stance, but it is going to be a 4A West Lauderdale hosting the 7A Mavericks of Germantown High School, just north of Jackson. And as we are hosting them tonight, I'm kind of looking over their roster, their starters. They are definitely going to be a formidable team. Looking at the teams that they've played already this year, they're coming in with a 2-1 record, having already played and beaten Northwest Rankin and Canton. They did lose last week to Warren Central. Looking at their statistics and how they play, they're going to be very similar to the type of offense that we faced this past week against Neshoba Central. So excited to see how we're able to kind of take what we learned last week, getting beat against the Rockets, and how we're going to implement that tonight against Germantown from like up around the Madison area. Excited about a good game. We're already about 12 minutes away from kickoff. And like I said, I know this is going to be a great game. Getting to talk to Coach Clay earlier, you heard Lee talking with him and during the coaches show, and they're coming in pretty optimistic about what's going to happen. I did have somebody ask me as I was walking up to the press box earlier today, why in the world would we schedule a 7A team like Germantown when we are significantly smaller, when we are just a 4A high school? You're looking at Germantown, they are literally going to be 3 times the size when you look at their attendance. When they've got 30 more guys on roster than West Lauderdale does. And the answer that I gave is because you want to play teams of high caliber before you start to district play, so that whenever the games that really count, whenever you start stepping into those games, you've already played some of the best competition in the state. So excited to see how this game is going to play out. Like I said, we are right at 11 minutes from kickoff. So with that being said, we're going to take a quick break, come back with the FCA pep talk, and then we'll come back with a pregame show. So thank y'all for tuning in, and we'll be back here in just a couple minutes.
Locally owned and operated for over 45 years, Battery One Source is your source for auto, motorcycle, marine, and lawn and garden batteries. But don't buy before you let them check your old battery. Absolutely free.
You weren't comfortable doing that by yourself.
Or maybe you want to add some accessories. Battery One Source does that too. And with over 20 years experience in cell phone repairs, they are your cell phone and iPad repair headquarters. Battery One Source, located at 2618 North Frontage Road, or call 601-693.
The Haley Taylor,
in sports,
for the
goal is to be the best.
He is coming.
The same is true for Alpha Insurance. We work to make every quote, claim, or call a highlight, and that's why customers consistently give Alpha high marks for service. Call Alpha and let us help you save on home, car, and life insurance. In Meridian, call your Alpha agent Will Sweat at 601-482-2385 or stop by our office at 2340 North Hill Street, Suite A.
When it comes to football supplies and equipment, there's only one place. All-Star Team Sports. Let All-Star Team Sports protect your football player with shoulder pads, helmets, arm sleeves, mouth guards, and more. Want to support your favorite teams? All-Star Team Sports has a great selection of spirit wear, including shirts, hats, sweats, and more. So whether it's a 40-yard run for a first down or a touchdown dance in the end zone, your player will look like an all-star with All-Star Team Sports.
1100 24th Avenue in Meridian.
You want the best of the best on your team, which is why you should interview a Regions business banker. And don't throw us any softball questions. Ask, what feedback do you get about your responsiveness and personal service? What makes you different from other bankers? We'll also be happy to tell you about our award-winning customer service, but the proof is in getting to know us. Give a Regions banker the opportunity to really wow you. Call 1-800-833-9776 or visit regions.com/interview to get started. Regions Bank, member FDIC.
You'll score a touchdown on great deals at Family Flea Market on B Street in Meridian. With over 200 vendors and over 52,000 square feet of shoppable space, where you're guaranteed to find something for the whole family. Family Flea Market carries a wide variety of items, including new and used furniture, home decor, vintage items, mattresses, toys, and more. Come shop with us at Family Flea Market on B Street, Monday through Saturday, 10 to 6. You're guaranteed to score great deals. Check out our Facebook and Instagram pages.
Are you ready for some tailgating?
Down home, down the street, Piggly Wiggly.
Piggly Wiggly in Collinsville can do all the cooking for all of your tailgating this football season. Mouth-watering ribs and Boston butts are always available. If that's not enough, how about those delicious pulled pork sandwiches? For all of your tailgating snacks, food, and drinks, shop with Joe and the great folks at Piggly Wiggly in Collinsville.
We're down home, down the street, Piggly Wiggly.
Now with your FCA Pep Talk, sponsored by Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville on Q101.
In chapters 5 through 7 of the book of Matthew, we read what's known as Jesus' Sermon on the Mount. In this message, Jesus teaches his disciples what it looks like to live a life pleasing to God. One of the subjects he discusses is prayer. He begins by teaching about prayer by saying, "When you pray." With those words from Jesus, we see that it was his expectation that his disciples were to be people of prayer. Notice he didn't say if you pray, but instead he said, when you pray. As followers of Jesus, we ought to be known as people of prayer. Jesus modeled this in his own life, as we read about in the New Testament, how he would often withdraw to quiet places to spend time in prayer. If Jesus made it a point to spend time in prayer often, how much more should we? Sadly, prayer can become an afterthought for us because our lives are marked by hurry and busyness. Prayer often becomes something we'll try to get to later or is neglected altogether. As followers of Jesus, we must remember that prayer is the foundation of our relationship with the Lord. In our time of prayer, we find the strength that we need to carry out God's will on a daily basis. As E.M. Bounds said, prayer is the channel through which all good flows from God to man. If we desire to walk in God's will each day, we must commit to be people of prayer. God has scheduled a meeting with you every day. The question is, will you show up to spend time with Him?
Tune in next week for another FCA Pep Talk on Q101. WJDQ Meridian and Collinsville. We are Q101. And on Friday nights, we turn into your West Lauderdale Knights football connection. Interception, West Lauderdale. Now, let's send it back to the field with Lee and Clint on
Your hit music connection. Q101.
And we are back here at the Kingdom getting ready. As I'm looking out on the field, the Knights are coming out. Also looking at the Mavericks of Germantown also coming out onto the field. Had the coin toss during the break. The Knights did win the coin toss and have elected to receive, so they will be starting off the game tonight. Your captains for West Lauderdale, number 7, Caden Peoples, number 12, Jack Davidson, number 17, Cooper Lafferty, and number 34, Douglas Rowe. This is your pregame show brought to you by Battery One Source. Excited and thankful for our awesome sponsors we have here for the pregame show. And we are just moments away from kickoff. It looks like we're going to get started here just a few minutes early. If you are joining with us live and you're wondering why am I only hearing Clint, it is because Lee Taylor had a previous engagement that was going to cause him to be just a little bit late tonight, but I promise you're not going to be stuck with me all night. but it does look like we're going to get started here about 5 minutes early as it is. I'm looking at Germantown lining up to kick off. Our Knights are lining up to receive the ball to start the game. One more time, I want to give a big shout out and thank Battery One Source for sponsoring this pregame show as we are getting ready to roll here. Doing the kicking duties for tonight for the Mavericks are going to be number 19, Simon Naylor. He is teeing the ball up to get this game started here. Looking at the crowd for both sides. Both sides represented well here as we are getting ready to start this game. Here we go, putting boot to leather, moving left to right as you look at your radio, and that goes out of bounds on the far side of the field. Going to roll out of bounds somewhere around the 5-yard line, so the Knights are going to have pretty good field position to start here after that illegal kick. Yeah, they're going to line up offensively. They're going to start off on the 35-yard line, moving right to left. Caden Peoples, number 7, your quarterback, having a pretty good year so far against some pretty stout competition, not only through the air but also on the ground. Chase Gaddings, your leading receiver, as they line up in a shotgun set. Mosley going to be the running back just to his left, and he's going to – no, we're going to pass to start with. Going to pass to Ashton Ratcliffe. That's going to go for 11 yards. Going to tackle him on the 46-yard line. So great first play, little play action. Jet sweep and pulled the linebacker in, open receiver. So good, quick pitch and catch to start the game. And that's what you're going to have to do to find success against a team that is going to be a little bit bigger than you, have more athletes to choose from to put on the field. You're going to have to be quick. You're going to have to be a little bit deceptive. Handoff to, I believe that was 34. Was that Douglas Rowe? Oh, we got a fumble on the field, and that is going to be recovered by the Mavericks. Looks like he strips the ball away, and so the Mavericks are going to take over 1st and 10 on the West Lauderdale side of the 50. They're going to mark him down on the 44-yard line. So tough break there for West Lauderdale as they had it picked up a good first down there to open up the drive and then turning the ball over. I want to welcome Lee into the press box here to join us.
Kind of out of breath.
Yeah, I saw you running up there. Lee, I told him you had a little bit of a previous engagement that was going to cause you to be late, and had we not started the game early, you actually would have been here on time. But anyway, so the Mavericks taking over 1st and 10 on the West Lauderdale 44-yard line, just 30 seconds into the game.
All right, Mavericks pistol formation. Quarterback will turn around, pitch it off to his running back, number 4. Goes off to that far side, eludes a tackler, gets about 5 yards on the pickup. That was number 4, right?
Yeah, that's Nye Johnson. Yeah, I don't know if you remember last year. He also was the running back when we played at Germantown last year and had a pretty good game. I don't have that statistic in front of me, but I do remember him just being a hoss of a running back and tough to bring down.
How about this? I mean, I don't know if you've mentioned it already, but anytime we have a quarterback that's just got an awesome name for a quarterback, King White, number 1 there in a pistol formation here. 2nd down, 5 to go for the Mavericks. White, once again, there's flags everywhere. It's going to be
that's going to be a false start against the Mavericks. So basically every yard that he picked up on that first down carry is going to go back against him. I believe they're going to mark it back at the 40. Yeah, it's going to bring up 2nd down and 10 after the penalty, after the false start.
So a little heartbreak event right at the beginning of the game, from what I understand. It happened right as soon as I was coming into the booth here. A fumble on the play for the West Lauderdale's first offensive drive after a first down was already made. Here's the Mavericks, 2nd down and 10 following a penalty. Shotgun formation. Kind of an all-set eye as well, giving it to number 4 to that far side, Nye Johnson. He will get about 8 yards on the pickup before going out of bounds, and it'll be 3rd down and 2.
Yeah, very similar to the first play that he ran, able to pick up strong yardage there off tackle. They are going to give him credit for about a 7-yard carry, going to bring up 3rd down and 3. Lee, I don't know if you're noticing what I'm noticing, but on the near side, whenever they line up, our defensive backs giving a lot of cushion, a lot of respect to the speed that you see, especially number 7, Trey Stevenson, the wide receiver lined up this side.
Pistol formation again, another pitch off to that far side. Nye Johnson gets the handoff the pitch and gets a first down inside the 30, and that's another first down. We have a hurt. Is that the quarterback?
I believe it is. He is hurt right now, and
No, the quarterback is out here, but I don't have a number so far. But no, that is not the quarterback. First down, first of all, sponsored by All-Star Team Sports.
Yeah, not looking like your typical cramp or anything like that, man. I hope he's okay, but he's definitely.
You know what it looks like to me? Breath is knocked out of him. With those knees moving back and forth, I'm pretty sure that's breath getting knocked out of you.
I certainly hope so, because that'll be something you're able to bounce back from. Yeah, he's up and walking.
17, which is Braden Quick.
Yeah, they had
That's
him.
their long snapper as well. Well, I say that. It's got an H and an LS next to his name, so a holder/long snapper.
Either way, after the run by Nye Johnson, going to bring up 1st and 10 for the Mavericks on the West Lauderdale 32 and a half.
27.
Yeah, 27. Sorry, I lost my numbers there for a sec. But either way, first down.
Moving left to right. King White moving to his right and makes the connection, and there's a flag on the play. Flag on the play sponsored by Chris McDonald, State Farm Insurance Agent. This may be holding, may be coming back, and I believe it was behind the line of scrimmage too.
But yeah, I mean, that's exactly what the penalty is. But what I was just telling you about, the big cushion, they saw it as well. A quick pitch and catch there. Thankfully, it's going to go for a no gain after the penalty. In fact, it's going to back him up.
If you look at maybe the reasons why you do trust your cornerback, that's Cameron Vaughn. I mean, he's quick. He can make the tackle. He can make a solo tackle. He can even come in and make an interception.
Well, we saw that, and admittedly, he did make the catch, but and thankfully it's been negated by the penalty. But I mean, you couldn't have played it any better from where he started. I mean, as soon as he came down with the catch, I mean, Vaughn was right there to make a good, clean tackle on him. But it's going to bring up 1st down and 20, I believe.
There's a snap. Puts it out to his guy in the slot here, number 13. Comes off to this near side. Doesn't get back to the original line of scrimmage. They may be just shy, so it's going to bring up 2nd down and about 11.
Yeah, they're going to mark him down on the West Lauderdale 28-yard line.
That was Keyshawn Coleman with the reception. Good about one of these bend, don't break defenses right here.
Well,
or at least holding them to 3.
I don't even know that you can call this a bend so far. The offense really, after that turnover, kind of put the defense in a bind, but they're playing well so far.
There's a snap, hands off to his running back. Gets minimum carry, about a yard pickup. Going to bring up 3rd down and long. That's number 33, big old running back.
You talk about a football name, Julian Slaughter, number 33.
6 foot, 185-pound senior.
Yeah, I feel like if you've got the name Slaughter, you've got to enjoy hitting people in this game.
I don't know how much you kind of touched on this before the game started, but this is other than the quarterback, this team was right there with us last year. This is a very senior heavy team that played a lot of these guys last year. Looking to pass as the quarterback goes off to that left-hand side. He has got a 1st down. He's going to be getting the chains, passes the chains around the 17-yard line. Actually, I'm not so sure. According to this side judge, yep, he gives it to him.
Yeah, I knew it was going to be close, but he did dive ahead, and they're going to mark him down just past the line to gain 1st and 10 on the 16-yard line.
Quick to the line of scrimmage is King there, incomplete pass. Bring up 2nd down and 10.
That's one of those probably saved his life that he dropped the ball there. That's Cameron Vaughn again there. He was about to kill a man.
With 2nd down and 10, 2 receivers this near side, 2 to the far side, looking to pass. Is quarterback going off to that far side, and is it intercepted? Oh no, it's picked off. Cameron Vaughn, it was in his breadbasket there and just come out there at the last second. Might have lost his footing there at the goal line. But.
Yeah, that was an underthrown ball that has resulted, thankfully, probably for the Mavericks, is incomplete because you're right. Player in the black jersey definitely had the best beat on it right now.
So here you go, Clint. It's 3rd down and 10 from around the 16, between the 16 and 17-yard line. If they do not get it, I guess it would be according to how many yards they do get on this play. What do you do?
Well, we'll talk about it after this.
All right, 3rd down and 10. Quarterback looking for a receiver, and he makes a connection. Doesn't have to think about it because it's a touchdown.
Yeah, that's going to go quick pitch and catch. I believe was that number 4 that brought it in? Nye Johnson, your running back, out of the backfield, bringing it in. But Lee, I was making a note, watching them warm up pregame. Their kicker was, I saw him kick one from the 27-yard line, so a 37-yard field goal. That would have been good easily from 50. I mean, he was blasting them.
at the amount of players on that sideline.
They've got 90 on the roster, Lee. One freshman.
Kicking is Simon Naylor. Here's the extra point attempt, and it's actually a fake and goes incomplete. Actually knocked out of the way. Was that Cameron Vaughn with? There is a flag.
Very, very late flag thrown by the head ref there.
And usually, if you've got an offense staying put, that means they believe they have another shot in.
Yeah. Did they rough it? I don't know what the call is here, but like I said, that was I watched it get knocked incomplete. I watched that for a couple of seconds afterwards. I look away, and then I see the flag thrown. So it was well after.
The flag is in the vicinity, basically midfield on the 10-yard line.
The referees are gathering together to figure out what they want to do here.
Once again, this flag on the play sponsored by Chris McDonald, State Farm Insurance Agent. Each time a flag is thrown this season, got to thank Chris McDonald, State Farm Insurance Agent. We like the flags when the opposing team gets them home.
Exactly. And we're yet to see who this was on. And they are talking for a long time about this, Lee.
Mm-hmm. I wonder who's got the rule book in their back pocket.
Yeah.
Discussion time with the head coach for the Mavericks, which would probably mean
it does look like the kicking team is walking off the field. So
now getting discussion with Brock, head coach Brock Clay, and one of the judges basically said, "Do you want to decline it?" So undoubtedly, it's going to be against the Mavericks.
Yeah, if it was a personal foul, then you choose. I still have no idea what it is, but if it was a personal foul after the play, you can tack that on.
Yeah.
Whatever it was, they did decline it.
Well, the Knights gave up a about a 15-yard touchdown pass. What you got? What was that? What was the length of the pass?
That's I'm looking at the statistics right now. What was that one, DD?
Quarterback King White to the running back number 4, Nye Johnson, was the recipient of the touchdown pass.
We do have it confirmed. It was a 16-yard touchdown pass.
So the Knights down by only 6 as the 2-point conversion went no good. Kind of surprised at that, going for 2 this early in the game.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess this early you want to kind of roll it out, see what you got. And fortunately for the Knights, able to break up that pass there at the last second on the near side of the end zone to hold them to just 6 points after that touchdown.
Back deep for the Knights. We have a trio of guys.
Lee, I don't know if you were here during the opening kickoff. By the way, West Lauderdale did win the toss.
I was here, but I was probably huffing and puffing trying to get up here.
The opening kickoff went out of bounds on about the 3-yard line on the far side over there. So
I heard,
see what they do here.
I heard the PA announcer, Brother David DeWeese, say that we got the ball at the 35. So I was wondering what happened. Ball is going to come down around the 2-yard line, 1-yard line, brings it out to the 5, up to the 10, makes a cut back on the inside, now goes back to the outside, far sideline, he's up to the 20, now comes back inside, gets up near the 25-yard line. Nice little return back, about 24 yards.
Yeah, they're going to mark him, I believe you're right, Lee, right there on the 25, which is where they'll take over 1st and 10.
That was number 4 for the Knights, Ashton Ratcliffe.
Who was the recipient of the first play for the Knights, pitch and catch that went for 11 yards in the first down before they turn the ball over.
The Knights break huddle for the second time, for a second drive, excuse me. The first drive did not end well. Fumble recovery by the Mavericks. Knights moving right to left, dressed in all black tonight. Pistol formation. KP will turn around, put it in the belly of, I believe that was number 3. I'm sorry, number 6.
Yeah, that's Travion
Mosley. Mosley, nothing there. It's about a 3-yard loss.
Yeah, the defensive line, they were basically there at the point of handoff, waiting on Mosley. So just not a whole lot he could do there. And that's what we were talking about early in the game, even on the first play, that you're going to have to do something to slow them down, whether it be misdirection, play action, something.
Gathings wide left. I think that's Radcliffe in the slot to this left-hand side, and they'll get some 5 yards back as there's a penalty on the play, sponsored by State Farm Insurance Agent Chris McDonald. That'll give them inside that original line of scrimmage, about 2nd down and now 8.
Yeah, I believe it was one of the interior defensive linemen. That was number 18, I believe, Lee, which is Dylan Travis. 6 foot, 255, junior defensive lineman. Just got a little bit, didn't wait for the snap, went on the count, able to draw him offside. 2nd down and 8 here for the Knights.
Same formation. They'll hand the ball off to Travion again, and Travion may have lost a yard. He may have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. We'll see.
Yeah, he's having to fight for everything he gets. And I have not seen the ball marker move an inch. So they're going to say he just got back to the line of scrimmage. We got 3rd down and 8 for the Knights on their own 32-yard line.
So they're moving right to left. Gathings wide left. Radcliffe in the slot. Travion Mosley to the left-hand side of KP. 3rd down and 8, waiting on the snap. There it is. Just looking to pass. Makes a connection to Gathings. Gathings to the 35, leans forward to about the 36, maybe 37. Nope, they're only going to give him 36. So 4th down and a long 3. 4th down and 4 to come. It'll be 4th down and 4.
Yeah, this deep on your own side of the 50. Curious. It's a coin flip here. You know, you hate to give away possessions by punting it, and he picked up positive yardage there, but I don't know.
Well, initially, they are sending the offense back out, but as we know, punter every once in a while is that number 7.
Yeah, KP has been known to throw out a quick kick every once in a while, so we'll see what happens here.
6 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Mavericks 6, West Lauderdale 0. West Lauderdale facing a 4th and 4. Maybe some movement, and the Knights will elect to take a timeout and think it over. We'll step aside as well. Once again, 6-0 in favor of the Mavericks. We'll be back on Q101.
In life, some things just go together, like a burger and fries and home and auto insurance from State Farm. Combine and save. In Meridian, talk to State Farm agent Chris McDonald today, located at 4542 Poplar Springs Drive. Call 601-483-7743 for a quote on auto, homeowners, condo, renters, personal articles, business, life, and health insurance. State Farm agent Chris McDonald is a proud supporter of the West Lauderdale Knight football team.
Go Knights! You're listening to West Lauderdale Night Football.
We're the West Lauderdale Cheerleaders. We love you 101.
Welcome back here to the Kingdom. Week 4 for the West Lauderdale Knights. High school football season. The Knights have elected to send out their punter.
Yeah, that's Zane Wood, 41, lined up to punt, standing on his own 17-yard line.
Waiting to snap. Zane punts it away. Come down at the 42, and he will take it out. He is into Knights territory, just barely at the 49-yard line. Actually, they'll give him forward progress to the 48. So I say that they're backing up to the 49.
But either way, Lee, this is going to start the second drive for Germantown for the Mavericks, and the second time that they will take over in West Lauderdale territory. So first 2 drives starting off with great field position for the Mavericks.
Knights need to have a little payback and get a turnover of their own. First down and 10 in Knight territory, moving left to right. Mavericks wearing black helmets, white jerseys, and black pants. Quarterback rolls out to his right, looking for a receiver. Still looking. And will be tackled there at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten maybe 1 yard.
I don't know, Leah. Yeah, they're going to give him about half-yard credit there, but good coverage by the defensive backs of the Knights, because that was not an originally supposed to be a quarterback run.
Yeah, you could tell he was telling his receiver to go.
But just having to scramble out, eventually having to tuck it and run.
Keith White, that number 1, is junior, I think. Yes, junior quarterback, 255 pounds.
Big quarterback.
Yeah. Bring his running back next to him, Nye Johnson, and he is hit in the backfield. And he'll be put back into their own territory around the 48-yard line, maybe 47-yard line. Who's that?
Was that 72?
It's 55 for a second
there. Those gray numbers kind of blend in a little bit this far away into the black jersey. Either way,
I think that was Ross Clearman, maybe. I'm not 100.
does a great job shooting into the backfield, getting a huge tackle for loss.
3rd down, 14. Quarterback looking to pass. He's got a receiver going deep and makes the connection. Does he? No, he loses control of the football, but that's out of bounds. So that's the question. Is it a reception?
They are calling it a catch.
But did he have control all the way out of bounds? They're saying yes.
Yeah, I was going to say, according to the referees, and they're the ones whose vote counts, that is a catch. Big gain on 3rd down and 13.
All the way to the 20-yard line, 21. So after a couple of nice plays by the Knights defense, give up a huge pass play of about 30 yards, 30-some-odd yards. Mavericks in business again after leading 6-0. 3 receivers set to that far side. And quarterback will hand off to Nye Johnson. Nye Johnson right up the middle for about a 10-yard gain. Going to stop him about 9. No, they're going to say first down.
Yeah, that's going to be first and, I believe, not quite first and goal, just outside the 10, Lee.
King White hands it off again, right up the middle. Nye Johnson, running back, gets into the end zone. 2nd time tonight, this time on the ground instead of in the air. The Mavericks lead 12-0, awaiting this extra point.
So what do you think? Are they going to go for 2 again to try to bring it back to a 14-point?
Let's see. Kicker is number 19, Simon Naylor, and he was out there a few moments ago, but had a little trickery up their sleeve. Once again, 12-0 in favor of the Mavericks. Wait the snap. There it is. Hold is down. Kick is up and is good. 13-0 in favor of the Mavericks. And we still have 4:08 remaining here in the first quarter. We'll be back after this on Q101.
Are you ready for some tailgating?
Down home, down the street, Piggly Wiggly.
Piggly Wiggly in Collinsville can do all the cooking for all of your tailgating this football season. Mouth-watering ribs and Boston butts are always available. If that's not enough, how about those delicious pulled pork sandwiches? For all of your tailgating snacks, food, and drinks, shop with Joe and the great folks at Piggly Wiggly in Collinsville.
We're down home, down the street, Piggly Wiggly.
Now, more play-by-play of West Lauderdale football with Lee Taylor on Q101.
After about 11-yard touchdown run for Nye Johnson, the Mavericks of Germantown lead by a score of 13-0. Nye Johnson, a recipient of a touchdown reception earlier, and now a 16-yard touchdown reception, and now 11-yard touchdown run. I'm sorry, a 10-yard touchdown run. Gathings with the recovery, he loses the football and then picks it back up around the 10-yard line. Gets up to about the 25.
Yeah, they're going to mark him right on the 25. It's a good.
Sorry, that was Gathings.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. That was number 2 for the Knights. Javion Wilton.
But either way, I mean, that ball very easily could have slipped away, but it's a good job recovering that after he had a hard time handling it, immediately.
So Knights first. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And I was going to say, just a good return. Getting you out to the 25-yard line.
Knights' first drive ended in a fumble. Second drive could not get anything going. 2 receivers to this near side. KP backpedals, looking for a pass. May decide to run. He continues to roll out, and he'll be pushed out of bounds around the 26-yard line.
Yeah, he was just, again, not a designed quarterback run, trying to find an open receiver, but good coverage downfield by the Mavericks. They are going to give him credit for 1 yard on that.
Timeout, but we're going to stay right here, Clint, and just kind of discuss some things going on. The Knights just got to settle down. It's in the first quarter. You're playing a bigger team. And what happens if you play somebody bigger than you? You got to punch them in the gut a few times to get them winded, right?
Either that or hit him in the head with a rock like David did Goliath.
Yeah, but that's not really. I don't see any rocks or slings.
But you're right, Lee. I mean, you play teams like this, knowing that there's going to be potentially a talent, difference because you have, what do they have? 14, 15, maybe even 1,600 people at that school. That's West Lauderdale rocking right around the 500 mark.
If that.
Yeah, if that. But either way, I mentioned this pre-game. You play teams like this to better prepare yourself for whenever the district games start here in 2 weeks.
Well, you got to hope to also, though, that mentality. Oh, goodness. What do we got here? 5 receiver set on that far side, or is that the offensive line?
I was going to say there's some offensive line. We got a timeout here.
It's really confusing the defense for Germantown, as it's confusing the commentators for West Lauderdale football too.
But Germantown is taking a timeout here. And that'll be their first of the half taken here with 3 minutes and 57 seconds. And that obviously was not a timeout taken because you're tired or when you're needing water because you're coming off the heat timeout. That is a 100%. Oh, my goodness, that is confusing. Right. I don't know what to do. They're
well,
wide
let's
open
explain
receivers.
it a little bit. You had some offensive linemen on both sides. You had basically, if you were to look at the football field, on each hash mark around the 26-yard line, you had 5 gentlemen on one side, 5 gentlemen on the other, and then, of course, the quarterback. So, I mean, what would you run out of it if you were to run a play?
Honestly, that typically when you see something like that, you're going to look at like a bubble screen.
Yeah.
To where you throw it out to the side, you've got a whole lot more blockers out there than you do defensive personnel, and maybe you're able to spring one.
They're going to line back up in it.
Absolutely, they are.
So you do have a receiver. You have Chase Gathings wide left on this near hash mark, 4 gentlemen, offensive linemen, and an H-back, and then KP directly behind them, and then 4 gentlemen on the opposite side, 5 gentlemen, on the opposite side, linemen, and then you have, I believe that's Travion Mosley directly behind them.
Yeah, this is definitely lined up.
KP just going to basically take it himself, and there's going to be a flag
Are they going to say
against defense, encroachment, so that'll be bring up 2nd down and 4.
So with them blowing it dead like that, did they jump and make contact? Typically, if you have a false start on the defense, unless they are unabated to the quarterback.
Allow the play to go.
Yeah. But you're right. I mean, that's free yardage. You'll take it, but that strategically not bad, because you're able to see what West Lauderdale was going to run out of that.
Right. The initial play was KP with a quarterback keeper, and you're going to be keying on him, but he's going to take it himself again and try to get a night first down. He's going to be about a yard shy, 3rd down and 1. But I tell you what, they need to get something going, whether they score or not. I'm not going to say irrelevant because they definitely need to score. But just to keep the ball out of the hands and let that defense have a rest and build some momentum.
Even, change the field position. Yeah. We already said, the Mavericks have started both of their drives on the positive side of the 50, so even if you're able to flip the field and like you said, give your defense a little bit of a rest, let them catch some water.
Just now joining us, 3:15 remaining in the first quarter. Knights 0, Mavericks 13. A couple of touchdowns by Nye Johnson, number 4 for the Mavericks. One, a 16-yard reception, another a 10-yard run. Original formation. Well,
power
I formation. It looked like one of our Knights may have left a little early, but they didn't catch it. Knights will get a first down, about a 5-yard pickup. I love a power I.
I do too, man. And you go with the personnel you have, and Coach Clay, typically they're going to be in a shotgun formation, which that's what you see most, games with no matter what level, as long as it's beyond like a junior high.
Power I and veer, maybe 2 of my favorite formations.
Man, veer I can give it's a coin flip. I do like that double wing, not a true veer. That's what we ran when I was in high school.
Once again, power I for the Knights, receiver on each side of the field for KP as he's under center. He's going to turn around and put it back in the belly of Travion. Travion goes to that far side. If he had just eluded that one tackler, he might have gotten about 6 or 7 yards, but couldn't get past the first defender there. So it's going to be about a gain of about,
6
half.
inches. Yeah, they did not move that ball marker very far.
As far as personnel, you got some heavy ones up in there. You got Jack Davidson in there. Try to get that number of the lead blocker. It's either Max or Sam. Maybe our camera guy can help me out with that.
We're back in that.
Now they're going to go back into that weird formation where they have the
but it's near side this
line.
time.
Yeah, KP and shotgun. And looking to pass and he's got a guy, and that's number 4, Ashton Radcliffe, and connection is made. And he loses it as he goes to the ground.
They're going to say he held it. They're going to say he made a football move.
Went down to the ground to about the 17-yard line. And did you see Travion telling KP to throw me the ball? And that was a decoy as Ashton went down the sideline for that reception.
Absolutely. And we are in a box alone. We're not over here with the Germantown radio personnel, but you have to think everybody on the other side of the field screaming incomplete. when you saw the ball
What's that? That is a very close.
Absolutely.
He takes a tumble.
Well, it was the same thing we saw on the far side for Germantown. They haul the ball in, he runs out of bounds, and immediately gets it knocked away.
So back with the original formation, pistol formation. KP has Travion behind him, and I believe we have a timeout
by the
West
Knights.
Lauderdale.
I believe that's
I wonder
their
if the play clock had gotten.
but that's going to be the first charge timeout to the Knights here in the first half with 1 minute and 8 seconds to go.
While we have this time, before we take a timeout, I want to say thank you to All Star Team Sports sponsoring that first down that was just made. We'll step aside for 30 seconds. Be right back on Q101.
Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs, your local pharmacy and gift shop, thanks to you for your continued support. Whether you shop with us in-store, through our app, over the phone, or in our drive-thru, our team will provide the best personalized customer service experience you expect from your local pharmacy. When you call or message us, you are promptly greeted by the Mr. Discount team that's ready to help. When you choose our pharmacy, you're choosing a locally owned pharmacy that cares about you and your community. Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs makes a difference.
Q101, your home for West Lauderdale Knights football.
1:08 remains here in the first quarter. Knights down 13-0, but they are in the red zone of the Mavericks. KP, quarterback keeper, inside the 15-yard line. Hold on to that football. They're trying to get after it. He's probably down to about the 13-yard line, pickup of about 4 yards.
Yeah, good strong run there by KP. It was just a fake handoff to Mosley to the right, and he kept it off to the left. Looked like one of those options that he could have gone either way. So smart choice by KP to hang on to that, pick up good strong yardage. Second down and 6 for the Knights in Maverick territory.
Knights will have to run a play before the end of the first quarter. It's about 30 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Knights will have 2 receivers to the far side, Gathings and Radcliffe. And looking to pass is quarterback KP, and is picked off? No, almost picked off by the defense. It's been their second turnover, or takeaway actually, you would say.
Yeah, that was just a play action. KP drops back, trying to get the ball out, realized he had somebody in his face, got rid of it quick and threw it behind his receiver. Fortunately, it falls harmlessly incomplete, but man, that would have been a momentum destroyer.
It's getting the ball on the 13-yard line of the Mavericks. The Knights moving right to left. Third down and 6. The Knights are down 13-0. Definitely would love to come away with a touchdown, but you're in the vicinity of a field goal kick. Receiver wide right. Handoff to Travion. Travion's going to be around the 9-yard line. Not enough for a first down. Decision time for Coach Brock Clay.
I almost feel like you've got to go for it. Your defense gives up 2 touchdowns on the first 2 drives. I don't know that you can settle for a field goal here. But you know what? We've got an entire break here between first and second quarter to think it through.
Yep. We'll step aside. First 12 minutes are in the books. We'll be back. 13-0 in favor of the Mavericks. It's a 4th down and short decision coming your way next here on Q101.
Locally owned and operated for over 45 years, Battery One Source is your source for auto, motorcycle, marine, and lawn and garden batteries. But don't buy before you let them check your old batteries. Absolutely free. If your golf cart needs to be repaired or maybe you want to add some accessories, Battery One Source does that too. And with over 20 years experience in cell phone repairs, they are your cell phone and iPad repair headquarters. Battery One Source, located at 2618 North Frontage Road, or call 601-693-1500.
More Friday nights under the lights with the Knights are here on Q101.
And we are back here at the Kingdom starting the second quarter. Knights find themselves a little bit of a hole, 13-0 against the Germantown Mavericks. However, they are driving deep into Maverick territory, but they do find themselves with a 4th and about 3 to go situation here. Both teams still huddled up on the sidelines, not ready to start the second quarter yet. So it looks like the offense is going to stay on the field if I'm looking at the right personnel. But this is a big play here early and to start the second half. You know, like I said, when you find yourself in a hole like this, you can't give up many possessions against a team that's going to be larger than you, a 7A team, especially when we talk about Germantown. But the offense is still on the field. Looking at KP coming out
It's going to be a long 2, not quite a 3, but here we go. In the snap, KP will take it himself. There is a flag. It's going to be encroachment, though. You said it earlier. Usually you allow that to go, but
I'm almost thinking that is that on the defensive back? I think that's who we just pointed at. But that should be enough.
That's going to be enough for a first down.
Absolutely, it is.
So the Knights are in the
inside
the 5-yard line.
The defensive back being called over to the sideline, that has to be on him.
So here you go. I've not been able to do this yet. We have we have a flag and a first down at the same time. So I got to announce both of them. Thank you, first of all, Chris McDonald, State Farm Insurance Agent, on sponsoring that penalty. And also thank you to Jason Combs and the fine bunch at All-Star Team Sports for sponsoring that first down. It's first down and goal from just on the inside of the 5-yard line. 2 receivers to this near side. Handoff to Travion. Travion kind of goes over a couple of guys, about 1.5 yards, so pickup to bring up second down and goal.
Yeah, that looks like one of the defensive linemen that kind of submarined just to kind of clog the hole up and able to pick up good positive yardage, which if you're inside the 5, any positive yardage is good yardage, gets you closer to the end zone. But that is going to bring up second down and goal on about the 3.5, maybe closer to the 4.
There we go, another power I formation for the Knights as KP will go under center. Receiver on each side, and KP will take it himself. Does he get in there? He's going to be close.
Big push.
Big touchdown, West Lauderdale.
Man, that was a great push by the interior offensive line. You could tell that they took that as a personal challenge.
They're sending out their field goal again. Holder is Cameron Vaughn.
Absolutely had to have that.
Yes, definitely.
So great job of the offense there to close this gap down 13-6 with the extra point pending here for your Knights.
Gives them a little bit of momentum there. Waiting to snap. There it is. Hold is down. Kick is up. Zane Wood's kick is good. The Knights 7, Mavericks 13. We'll be back on Q101.
Show your West Lauderdale spirit while benefiting the school with a School Spirit debit card from the Citizens Bank. Go Knights! Use your West Lauderdale School Spirit debit card as a credit transaction, and for every signature purchase, the Citizens Bank will donate 5 cents to the school. Boost your school spirit with every purchase by using your West Lauderdale School Spirit debit card from the Citizens Bank. See Mike Shelby and the staff in Collinsville at the Citizens Bank or call 601-626-7608. Member FDIC.
Commercials done. And the action continues with West Lauderdale Night Football on Q101.
Here we go with the Knights following a 3-yard touchdown run by KP. Eat into that Maverick 13-point lead is now 7-13. As the Knights about to kick off for the first time tonight. Second quarter. Short kick going to go inside the 30, rather closer to the 25. Comes out with it, still on his feet to the 30, 35, 36-yard line.
And that, the Mavericks taking over on their own 36-yard line. First time tonight. Was that no, that wasn't a flag. They were throwing the ball over. I was about to say that was a really late flag, but no, this is the first time that the Mavericks will actually take over their own side of the 50.
Right. Mavericks once again coming out of 7A.
You know, you look at their district. I mean, they're going to have to play toward the latter part of the season. Schools like Tupelo and Starkville, Clinton being in their district, Madison Central. You know, these teams that are perennially competing for a 7A state championship.
5 receivers wide for the Mavericks. They make a connection over there to the far side. Number 7, I believe, that far side gets a first down as he is tackled around the 48-yard line. Number 7 is Trey Stevenson. Face many schools 5 receiver sets. Not much anymore, right?
No, but they're definitely in it right now.
3 on this side. Looked like one of the guys got off early, but he didn't call it. Quarterback will take it himself. And he is trying to find. He does have a lane to run through, and goes to the far side. About a 6-yard pickup, crosses into Knights territory.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about his size a few minutes ago, Lee. I mean, you've got a 250-plus pound quarterback. You know, he's not going to be one of these scat backs able to kind of juke and move, but he will lower his shoulder and try to run you over.
Same formation for the Mavericks.
We do have a false start here, Lee. That's going to go against the Mavericks, back him up, go from 2nd and 4 to about 2nd and 9.
Put him on the 49-yard line. Should. Penalty sponsored by State Farm Insurance Agent Chris McDonald. So second down and 9. 3 receivers to this near side, 2 to the far side.
Still in that 5 wide set.
One of our cornerbacks or safeties can get an interception. Connection is made there at the 46-yard line, close to the first down. I believe they're going to give it to him.
Yeah, he caught the ball probably 3 yards shy of the first down, but able to.
And you talked about the cushion earlier. While it's not as much of a cushion, there's still plenty enough cushion, and all he'd have to do is just turn around and step, and he had a first down.
Well, and they've obviously seen that as well. That
pass again, number 88, and the flag is blown dead again.
Another false start. Yeah, I mean, they're in this 5 wide set, and typically what you're going to see here is we're seeing screen pass, nothing going deeper than about 5 yards beyond the line. It's almost like they're trying to draw the defense into this false sense of security that they're not going to go deep. We'll see if they take a shot here in the next play or two.
Ball is around the 46, 47-yard line. Quarterback King is throwing deep and overshoots his intended receiver. Not so much it was overshot or going to too much of the right, led him too much.
Well, I was just saying, I was just talking about, all these passes either at the line, 2 or 3 yards beyond it, and that one was a solid 15, 20 yards downfield trying to find the open man. Still in that 5 wide set here, Lee. There's the snap. It's going to be a little screen pass out to number 8, and he is going to be tackled just beyond the original line of scrimmage. They're going to give him credit for about a 7-yard reception, I believe. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 8 here for the Mavericks on the West Lauderdale 39-yard line.
It's a big play for the defense. You definitely don't want to go down by 2 scores going into halftime. We still got ways to go, 10 minutes left. But if you can hold them here and get the ball back, it's number 7 with the reception here, Trey Stevenson. He goes to that far side. Gets I don't believe enough for a first down. I believe about a yard, maybe a yard and a half shy of a first down. It's going to bring up 4th down. Definitely probably going to go for it here as the Mavericks are keeping their offense on the field.
Yeah, 4th down and maybe a yard, potentially less. That's very close. But still in that 5 wide set. And maybe a quarterback draw here, Lee?
Right. King White, number 1, is quarterback hard count. Looks back over his shoulder to get the play. It's going to 4th down and 1. Quarterback looking to pass, and that's another flag. It's going to be against the Mavericks again. Sponsored by Chris McDonald, State Farm Insurance Agent. That's going to back them up. 4th down and 6 instead of 4th down and 1. Yeah, you're still in the vicinity of probably going for it. The chances of you on your side of the football field.
Yeah,
the night side.
I don't see this as a situation that you put the ball away, because most likely it becomes a touchback to where you net less than 20 yards. But, yeah, that changes the play a lot.
Receivers at the far side. King White with a reception there at number 5 around the 25-yard line.
That's going to bring up 1st and 10 for the Mavericks, getting ever closer to that red zone.
It's all at Lawson Branson.
Getting in that 5 wide set as they get ready. Moving quick down the field, not taking a whole lot of time off that play clock.
Quarterback low snap, digs it out. Looking to pass deep. He's got a receiver in the end zone, and is that incomplete? No, they're saying that's complete.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure on that one.
Great job by the receiver to get his hands under the ball, thrown a little bit behind him.
25-yard touchdown pass by King White. I did not get the number on that end zone.
I didn't either. It was a little bit far. My man behind me is saying it was number 5 again, Lee.
So that's Lawson Branson.
Yeah, so 2 big plays by him catching on that 4th and 6, and then the deep touchdown pass to make it 19-7. Extra point pending here.
Simon Naylor. The snap there. The snap hole is down. Kick is up, and he is good. 20-7 in favor of the Mavericks. We'll be back on Q101.
Are you ready for some tailgating?
Down home, down the street, Piggly Wiggly.
Piggly Wiggly in Collinsville can do all the cooking for all of your tailgating this football season. Mouth-watering ribs and Boston butts are always available. If that's not enough, how about those delicious pulled pork sandwiches? For all of your tailgating snacks, food, and drinks, shop with Joe and the great folks at Piggly Wiggly in Collinsville.
We're down home, down the street, Piggly Wiggly.
Now let's return to the field with live West Lauderdale football, only on Q101.
After a 25-yard pass from King White to Lawson Branson, the Mavericks They extend their lead 20-7. Still have 9 minutes left. 9 minutes, 10 seconds remaining here in the first half. The Knights got on the board with a 3-yard touchdown run by KP. That's their only score. They had the ball first tonight. Turned it over. Gave the ball up on a fumble. Mavericks would turn that into their first points of the football game. 6 points to be exact on a 16-yard pass, touchdown pass to Nia Johnson. Nia Johnson wouldn't be finishing his scoring. He'd have a 10-yard touchdown run. There's the kickoff, going to come down at the 6-7 line. Comes to this near side. I believe that's Ashton Radcliffe. Comes back to this near side and to the 20 and about 22-yard line.
Yeah, that's going to be a good, solid return there by Radcliffe. Good job by the return team to clear up a little bit of space. So they'll take over. Yeah, you're right, Lee. About the 22-yard line as they spot the ball. As KP comes out to lead the offense after a very successful drive last time to get in the end zone and get some points on the board. Still finding yourself down by 13 points, so going to need some more of that magic to get to try to close this deficit down to 1 score before the half. We have plenty of time, still just over 9 minutes, but you definitely want to find some points before you're done.
Knights moving left to right, 2 receivers to the far side. Handoff, I believe that's Douglas Rowe. He'll get about 2 yards, get up to about the 24-yard line. Douglas Rowe looks to be more of the smash mouth downfield runner.
He's definitely the bruiser back of the bunch. You know, the rest of them going to be a little quicker, a little smaller, but you know, everyone's got their, you know, going to have their talents they bring. And Douglas Rowe, you're right, Lee, he's just going to kind of, you know, lower the shoulder pad and bring the boom whenever he's at contact point. 2nd down and 8 for the Knights.
KP high snap, brings it down, looking to his left to throw, throwing deep. Got a receiver, but he overshoots his intended receiver. Looked to be a little bit of contact, but that might have been after the football had gotten there.
Yeah, that was just good coverage downfield. The defensive back running step for step and actually gets his head turned around, finds the ball, but KP putting it to where I don't know that it was going to be catchable by anybody.
So 3rd down and 8 for the Knights. Mavericks on offense, I believe, a punt.
No, they've scored touchdowns on all 3 of their drives so far, Lee.
In comes Jack Davidson. It's going to 8:20 remains. 20-7 is the score in favor of the Germantown Mavericks, and the intended receiver was Jack Davidson, but incomplete. It was actually broken up by the defender, number 9, and that's Aaron Farrell.
Yeah, that was one of those plays, trying to almost like a flood where you flood everybody off to the right side of your offense and sneak Davidson out to the left, try to drop him off. And they had him in single coverage, just unable to come down with the pass. This is going to bring up 4th down and 8 and a punt here for the Knights.
Thurman standing at his own about 45-yard line. Nice high hanging end over end punt from our punter for the Knights, 41, Zane Wood.
Yeah, that's number 3 on the return. I say the return. That's going to be Michael Johnson.
Fair catch.
Yeah.
43-yard line.
Exactly what you needed out of your punter. Get that high kick. Give your gunners time to get down there to force the fair catch. And he was in perfect position. Had he bobbled that, not caught it clean.
So the Knights offense did not stay on the field long at all to get that defensive break. So the defense back on the field.
Yeah, I think game time lead, they had it for about 56 seconds. I think they took over that drive at 9:04 and we're at 8:08 on the clock.
So 3 receivers on the far side, 1 to this near side. All set eye with a pistol formation there. The quarterback will hand it off. I believe that was number 33. Got hit there at the line of scrimmage, Julian Slaughter.
Yeah, great job there by the defensive line, by the linebackers to shoot in. They're going to give him credit for a 1-yard carry. But it's going to be 2nd down and 9 on their own 44-yard line. They back in that 5-wide set, Lee, no running back.
Mavericks moving right to left, 2nd down and 9. King White back pedals, looking to pass, looking to his right, throws right, got a receiver, and right in the between his 2 hands.
Yeah, I think he hit him in the wrong part of the palm there, Lee.
brings up 3rd down and 9. That's going to be one of those that they look at the tape come Sunday or Monday, whenever they do, and they're probably going to chatter about that one.
Yeah, I believe that was number 7 there, the Trey Stevenson, who has had a couple of big catches so far, but just able to bring that one in and immediately going off to the sideline there.
So 3rd down 9.
5 wide.
King White looking for a little screen pass, number 13 with the reception, and he will get the 1st down and more to the 40 to 35, still on his feet to the 33-yard line.
Yeah, good call there by the coaching staff over there for the Mavericks, drawing everybody in and had plenty of blockers out front, able to get that big gain there for Germantown.
Germantown looking to pass again. Got a receiver wide open on the far side, inside the 25, near the 20-yard line. We're going to see where the ref marks it, about the 21-yard line. And the Mavericks are just having their way with our Knights defense. Bring up 1st down and 10 to the 1st down, sponsored by All-Star Team Sports. Pass again, number 8. Gets clocked, number 2. I believe that's Javion Wilson.
Again, just trying that short pitch and catch and unable to get past the one defender on him. In fact, not only not able to get past him, he made his presence known. So that's going to be about a 3-yard loss there for the Mavericks. Going to bring up 2nd down and 13 on the 24-yard line.
King White looking to pass, looking to his right, looks right over the middle of the field. Was it picked off? Oh, are they going to say it was intercepted?
We're waiting.
They're going to say, coaches are going to say that it was intercepted, but he went to the ground and popped out.
I think they're going to call it incomplete. They just brought in a fresh ball in from the Germantown.
No, it's intercepted.
There you go.
Wow. You know the coaches over at the far sideline are probably going to be livid.
Yeah, I'm looking over there at Coach Mitchell. He's almost he's at the hash marks. He is not happy with that, and I can't say I blame him. That was one of those, no matter which way it went, somebody was going to be unhappy. Fortunately, the ball bounced, no pun intended.
That's 3 receptions, 1 interception, but the player has went to the ground. The ball has come free.
Yeah.
NFL, you may look at that.
They call it a football move is what you have to make. And
Knights offense back on the field around the 14-yard line. KP, quarterback keeper, goes to that far side. You don't want to take too many hits like that as the quarterback.
Yeah, just not a whole lot there on the left side of that offensive line. Are they going to give him, I think they're going to say he lost a yard.
Yep, about a yard, 2nd down and 11.
Yeah, there just wasn't a whole lot there, but that turnover, you had to have that. It's tough to come back when you're down by 20. So great job by the defense to force that interception, to get the ball back for their offense.
So 2nd down, 11, 1 receiver on each side of the field for Caden Peoples. KP, as he'll hand it off to Travion Mosley. Mosley goes right up the gut.
Pick up a few.
Maybe about 3-yard pickup there, so it's going to bring up 3rd down and long. 5:50 remains here in the first half. Mavericks 20, the Knights 7. And Mavericks were threatening just a few moments ago, but the Knights came up big with an interception. Knights going to,
I think it's a heat timeout.
Yeah. We're going to step aside as well. 3rd down and 6, maybe 7 coming your way after this break on Q101.
You want the best of the best on your team, which is why you should interview a Regions business banker. And don't throw us any softball questions. Ask, what feedback do you get about your responsiveness and personal service? What makes you different from other bankers? We'll also be happy to tell you about our award-winning customer service. But the proof is in getting to know us. Give a Regions banker the opportunity to really wow you. Call 1-800-833-9776 or visit regions.com/interview to get started. Regions Bank. Member FDIC.
This is West Lauderdale football on Q101.
Knights face a 3rd down and 7 as they are moving left to right on their own 18-yard line. KP looking to pass, throwing deep. He's got a receiver, but it looked like a lot of contact.
Yeah, they threw the flag.
Interference.
There it is. Yeah, you're going to have defensive pass interference called against the Mavericks. I believe that was number 23 in coverage.
You're the one that's saying, who, me?
Yeah. Never a good sign when you hold your hands up immediately saying, I did not do that.
So the Knights will get a big break.
Yeah, that's going to be
interference.
Yeah, that's a 15-yard penalty.
Sponsored by Chris McDonald, State Farm Insurance Agent.
So not only keeping the ball on that 3rd and long, but first down, putting it downfield. They will take keep possession. They're going to mark it on the 33-yard line of the Knights.
2 receivers this near side. And running back to the left of KP. Ashton Ratcliffe going in motion. Travion Mosley trying to find a lane, and he is hit hard after about a 5-yard pickup.
Yeah, good solid run there by Mosley. And again, just trying to keep it, you want to see positive yardage every time. We've already seen a few negative plays, and those are so hard to come back from. So good job picking up solid yards. They're going to give them.
It is 5.
Yeah, 5-yard carry, 2nd down and 5 on the 37-yard line.
Gathings wide right, Ratcliffe wide left. Another handoff to Travion Mosley. Mosley with the
first down.
Handoff to the 45, 46-yard line. First down sponsored by All-Star Team Sports.
Yeah, good solid run again there by Mosley. Not only that, man, that hole was wide open. So the left side of that offensive line doing a great job of clearing the way for him to bring up another first down for the Knights here.
Pistol formation for KP. Another handoff going to Travion. Travion comes this near side and out of bounds in Germantown territory at the 46-yard line. That's a pickup of 7, Clint.
Yeah, that's going to be, again, finding the open lanes. The Mavericks, Germantown, just kind of
keep feeding the hot hand.
Yeah, exactly. That's the wording I was trying to find there. You keep Mosley in there. You draw him in with a run. Eventually the pass is open, but while it's happening, keep feeding him.
And KP, quarterback keeper, goes to that far side. And KP is going to be near a Knight first down, probably about a half a yard shy. 3rd down and less than 1. 5 minutes remaining here in the first half. Knights are down by 2 scores, 20-7.
Yeah, Lee, that's a definitely another 2 cracks at this, but they are going to send in. Is that Ashton Ratcliffe coming in?
He's on the far side. Gathings wide right.
And that power eye, I love it.
KP will put a pause on things and look over, get his call from Coach Daniel Knox. Pitch back. Travion Mosley. Man, that's a gutsy call. Still on his feet is Travion. Travion inside the 40. He's down to the 35. 30. 25 inside 25 to that. I can't see. The sidelines him away.
Yeah,
the 23-yard line.
Yeah, great run. But you're right, Lee. Gutsy call when you needed a half a yard to pitch it back.
Usually
yards.
when it's a short situation, you don't pitch it back. But that was a gutsy call.
And again, I think you find a little more confidence knowing you got 2 cracks at it, that you're not going to punt from there. But big gain.
Another handoff to Travion. Go right back to him. He's to the 15. Inside the 15, around the 14-yard line.
That's going to be cool. Where are they going to mark him down? Yeah, that's going to bring up. We got a timeout.
Timeout. Germantown. Germantown is on their heels. We're going to stay here in action. They spot the ball on the 15-yard line. So it's going to be 2nd down, 2 to go when we come back from this timeout. Once again, we're going to stay here in action. 4 minutes, 11 seconds. The score is 20 Mavericks. West Lauderdale 7. Don't forget, this is coming from the Knights intercepting a King White a football pass, a few moments ago around the 10-yard line.
And basically this is the offense doing their part after the defense able to secure that takeaway. And so many times you see that the defense is able to make a stop, get a turnover, downs, interception, fumble, whatever, and the offense does nothing with it. Well, this offense says, hey, we got your back. You're going to give us the gift. We'll return it.
So 2 takeaways in tonight's action. One, they capitalize on it. Germantown, first drive of the football game for the Knights. Knights received an interception a few moments ago. Yet to do something with it, but they are in the red zone of Germantown. As Germantown breaks from their sideline, it is 2nd down, 2 on the Germantown 15-yard line. Handoff going to Douglas Rowe, and it was blown dead. I believe this is going to be encroachment defense. and that's going to give the Knights a first down.
Hey, you get to do it again. Penalty and a first down.
There you go. First down. I'm going to go ahead and do this since I did it opposite last time. First down sponsored by All-Star Team Sports. And the penalty flag on the play sponsored by Chris McDonald, State Farm Insurance Agent. Going to put the ball on the 10-yard line. First down and goal, full 10 yards away. Going to keep in Douglas Rowe.
I believe we're going to be back in that power alley.
Yep. KP under center. Hand off to Douglas Rowe. Douglas Rowe, minimum carry there. Going to be about a yard. Maybe they may not have given him anything.
Yeah,
actually.
I think they're going to say he got back to the line of scrimmage, and that was about it. So that's second down and goal. Almost a second down and 10. Second down and goal on the 10-yard line here for the Knights.
Lead blocker ahead of Douglas Rowe, I believe, is Sam Wansley.
You just don't see a whole lot of formations that have a fullback, but I like it.
They're going to break away from that, and Rowe is going to be to the left-hand side of the quarterback, KP. KP, quarterback keeper, and he'll be hit at the line of scrimmage and still on his feet, though. He'll move forward about 3 yards. Going to bring up third down and goal from around the 7.
Yeah, good job by KP to fight through that initial contact. Able to get past the line of scrimmage and pick up positive yards.
Clock is at 3 minutes, nearing 3 minutes.
One thing I will say for Germantown, they have proven that they can be a quick strike offense, so you want to leave as little amount of time on that clock as possible.
Germantown has had a 25-yard touchdown pass and a 16-yard touchdown pass and a 10-yard touchdown run. Pistol formation for KP and the Knights. KP looking to pass, throws quick as he didn't know, incomplete pass there at the goal line. Going to bring up fourth down and goal from the 7. Decision time.
Again,
Germantown does receive the football to begin the second half.
I don't know that you can take a field goal here. You've almost got to keep fighting for that end zone, and that's what it looks like Coach Clay and his staff are saying as well.
Now, the Knights have been able to draw which would not give them a first down, but have been able to draw the defense off sides multiple times tonight. It would definitely make a fourth down and short an easier play to call, right?
Absolutely.
Here we go. 2 receivers to this near side for KP. There's a snap as KP's looking over the defense. Continues to look, trying to take it himself, and he would not get it. Fumbles the football, and the Mavericks still having trouble with the football. They did pick it up, and then I thought the Knights might have grabbed it, but the Germantown Mavericks, regardless, will take over since it was fourth down.
Yeah, that was it was a fumble, and that's what will go down in the stats as. But that was him just trying to survive on that fourth down and 7, not finding anyone open downfield. Decided the best course of action is to take it himself, and just nothing there for him. So that'll be a turnover, and the Mavericks will take over first and 10 on their own 13-yard line.
Knights had a good drive going after their own takeaway.
We've used the bend but don't break analogy with our own defense, and we saw that for the Mavericks there.
See how explosive the Mavericks will try to be. The connection is made to Trey Stevenson, number 7, at that far side, still on his feet outside the numbers of 25-yard line to around the 30-yard line. That's a towel. That's all you look at.
Yeah, you saw what I saw down there, Lee. But that is going to bring up first down for the Mavericks. They're going to mark him down right there on the 28.
2:22 remains here as the clock is stopped.
It went out of bounds. Yeah.
Mavs moving right to left, leading by 2 scores, 20-7. 2 receivers to this near side, 1 to the far, and going to be handoff right up the middle, number 33. That is Slaughter. About a 3-yard pickup.
Yeah, strong run there by Slaughter. As they look over to that side to get the call, it's going to be 3 wide on our side. Yeah, back in that 5-wide formation.
King White looks to shoot it out to his guy in the slot there, number 8, makes the connection around midfield, up to the 45, into Knight territory to the 42-yard line. The connection was actually made around the flats there.
Yeah, that was just a quick slant there by the near receiver. 1 minute, 49 seconds as they reset the chains on that first down.
They're They're going in hurry up here for the Mavs. Looking to pass, got a guy wide open and overshoots his intended receiver to bring up 2nd down and 10. And you got to think that the Knights defense is, while they were able to get on the sideline, take a breather. As far as this offense, just non-stop. I mean, there's about as quick as you can be, right?
Yeah, they were trying to get that quick strike and had an open receiver there, but fortunately for the Knights, the pass sailed harmlessly out of bounds as King White overshot his open receiver. 2nd down and 10 on the West Lauderdale 42-yard line.
Keep a running back behind with him, Nye Johnson. And the handoff goes to him. Johnson goes right up that line and gets taken down after about a 5-yard pickup. Going to bring up 3rd down.
Clock down to 1.5 minutes. I believe the Mavericks are sitting with 1 timeout left, if I'm not mistaken. I know they've taken at least 2. I don't think they've taken that 3rd one, though.
We go 3rd down and 5. 2 receivers to the far, 3 to this near side. Mavs moving right to left. Swings it out to number 13 to this near side. And makes the connection to about the 35, inside the 35 to about the 33. Flag on the play, sponsored by State Farm Insurance agent Chris McDonald.
They're going to call a hold against Germantown. So huge penalty there.
One of those receivers out in the open blocking for the receiver there that made the reception, Keyshawn Coleman.
Yeah, penalty's going to be accepted because it wasn't a definite that it was going to be accepted because they did not reach the line to gain, so that would have been 4th and close.
Yeah,
but oh yeah, I definitely think it was the right call. It's just it wasn't as cut and dry as the penalty normally is.
107 remains here in the first half. Knights down by 2 scores again, 20-7. Knights had a shot a few moments ago inside the 10-yard line of Germantown. Could not come away with any points. Looking to pass is King. White may take it himself, and he does. Goes to that far side, still running, goes out of bounds around after the sticks, or after he passes the sticks. It will be a 1st down with less than a minute left. 1st down sponsored by All-Star Team Sports. At the 31-yard line.
Yeah, that was really good coverage downfield. Just forgot to have a guy keying on the quarterback, and after that big run, it's going to bring up 1st and 10. You're right, Lee.
5 receiver set for the Mavs. Mavericks looking to pass to the right side of that line, and he makes the connection. That's Nye Johnson. Knights already got a 16-yard touchdown reception. That's about a 9-yard reception there. Nope, we'll move the sticks. Another 1st down for the Mavericks, sponsored by All-Star Team Sports.
40 seconds left to go here in the first half as they're driving downfield. We're going to have a timeout, Lee. I believe that's going to be the
there is a stop in action here.
Yeah, the white hat was waving for a stop of clock. And that may have been the fact that they never stopped the clock on the 1st down.
Right. As he is speaking into his mic that's directed up here, correct?
Yeah, so, yeah, they went from 37 to 42 on the clock. So there you go.
Eyesight's working a little bit tonight. 1st down and 10. What about technology?
Now the clock winding back down to 37.
Mavericks looking pass, coming over here to the number 13 again, and the tackle is made immediately. May have even lost a couple of yards.
Yeah, they're going
to the 24-yard line.
You're absolutely right, Lee. That's going to go down for a loss of about 2. They're going to mark him down at the 25. So that's a big loss. And Mavericks, I believe, are taking their last time out of the half.
So they're putting it down to the 25.
Yeah, that's what I said, big loss. They're going to mark him down for us at about a 5-yard loss.
Keyshawn Coleman was the receiver there. 28 seconds remaining. We're going to stay here in action. It's 2nd down and about 14.
Yeah, and again, I was telling you, I was watching them during warm-ups before the game. You know, it was on the other side of the field. The air was a little bit, the warmer it is, the more, I don't know the science behind it, but, it's like hitting a golf ball. The darker, the thicker the air is, the shorter the distance is going to be. But watching the kicker for Germantown just blasting those 30, 40-yard field goals with room to spare. So definitely already in his range, but you don't have a timeout left.
So you'd have to get up and clock it, right?
Yeah, you work the sidelines, you work the end zone, or you get ready to spike it quick.
Here we go. Second down, 14 to go. Mavericks once again lead 20-7. Mavericks threatening here again. The ball is spotted right on the 25-yard line of the Knights. There's a snap, looking to pass deep. Got a guy around the 10-yard line, excuse me.
He stepped
out of bounds at the 8. So just under 24 seconds remain. First down and goal for the Mavericks. First down sponsored by All Star Team Sports.
Again, Mavericks knowing the situation, knowing they had to work the sidelines to get the clock to stop.
Mavericks will have 2 receivers to the far side, 2 to this near, but Nye Johnson is to the right of quarterback King White. Nye Johnson may be getting the football right here.
Huge cushion on a couple of those receivers.
Low snap. Quarterback still on the ground. I believe the Knights will come up with this with their second takeaway. Knights will have it. 19 seconds left, and Knights just dodged a huge bullet.
Absolutely, but even had the quarterback been able to jump on it, I don't know what they're able to do with no timeouts left. But either way, the Knights do have 2 timeouts in their pocket, but either way, this may be one of those situations you hand the ball off and a great pull to go into the locker room down by 13.
Yeah, it's where the ball is spotted. It's such a dangerous situation.
Absolutely. I don't know if you remember this. I think it was 2 years ago at Kosciuszko, trying to do something at the very end of the half, ended up throwing a pick 6.
The Knights are going to settle with putting a knee on it here. 18 seconds. They're going to drain the rest of those seconds off the clock and head into the locker room to think it over.
Yeah, you think about the last 2 offensive drives by Germantown, getting it into the red zone and then turning it over once on an interception, once on a fumble. But that is going to be the end of the first half with the Knights trailing Germantown 20-7.
Knights 7, Germantown 20. What do you think?
I think it's still anyone's game at this point. 13 points is not an insurmountable.
The thing about it is mentality. You're down by 13, but you also are facing a team that you haven't stopped except for turnovers. So as far as that goes, where's the mentality of that team?
I think the mentality is you have gotten pushed around a little bit, but you're still only down by 13 points. You have found ways to get stops. I think on the offensive side, that's going to be a little more where you're going to have to find that fire, because while you found the end zone once and you drove deep another time, you're still only looking at 7 points for the first 24 minutes of the game.
One key aspect of the defense we want to touch on is a defensive coordinator on that far sideline. He has spent quite a bit of time. We're going to touch on that during the halftime show in just a few short minutes, but he has spent a lot of time here at West Lauderdale in years past. I'm sure you might have heard about that whenever we had our coaches show a few moments ago. So we'll talk more about that and how that may be affecting this football game as well. It's all coming your way during the halftime show, being brought to you by Alpha Insurance agent Will Sweat. Once again, the score is 20-7 in favor of Germantown. Germantown will receive the football to begin the second half in just a few moments. We'll come back after this on Q101.
You'll score a touchdown on great deals at Family Flea Market on B Street in Meridian. With over 200 vendors and over 52,000 square feet of shoppable space, where you're guaranteed to find something for the whole family. Family Flea Market carries a wide variety of items, including new and used furniture, home decor, vintage items, mattresses, toys, and more. Come shop with us at Family Flea Market on B Street, Monday through Saturday, 10 to 6. You're guaranteed to score great deals. Check out our Facebook and Instagram pages.
Hey, Knights fans, it's game time. This season, don't just cheer for victory. Score a winning smile with Douglas Orthodontics. Douglas Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of the West Lauderdale Knights. Get your smile in the game and show off your team spirit.
Handheld.
Call Douglas Orthodontics today and tackle those orthodontic needs. Score a winning smile this season at Douglas Orthodontics. Douglas Orthodontics, where champions get their smile.
When it comes to football supplies and equipment, there's only one place. All-Star Team Sports. Let All-Star Team Sports protect your football player with shoulder pads, helmets, arm sleeves, mouth guards, and more. Want to support your favorite teams? All-Star Team Sports has a great selection of spirit wear, including shirts, hats, sweats, and more. So whether it's a 40-yard run for a first down or a touchdown dance in the end zone, your player will look like an all-star with All-Star Team Sports.
1100 24th Avenue in Meridian.
In sports, the goal is to be the best. And the same is true for Alpha Insurance. We work to make every quote, claim, or call a highlight. And that's why customers consistently give Alpha high marks for service. Call Alpha and let us help you save on home, car, and life insurance. In Meridian, call your Alpha agent Will Sweat at 601-482-2385 or stop by our office at 2340 North Hill Street, Suite A.
In life, some things just go together, like a burger and fries and home and auto insurance from State Farm. Combine and save. In Meridian, talk to State Farm agent Chris McDonald today, located at 4542 Poplar Springs Drive. Call 601-483-7743 for a quote on auto, homeowners, condo, renters, personal articles, business, life, and health insurance. State Farm agent Chris McDonald is a proud supporter of the West Lauderdale Knight football team.
Go Knights!
Are you ready for some tailgating?
Down home, down the street, Piggly Wiggly.
Piggly Wiggly in Collinsville can do all the cooking for all of your tailgating this football season. Mouth-watering ribs and Boston butts are always available. If that's not enough, how about those delicious pulled pork sandwiches? For all of your tailgating snacks, food, and drinks, shop with Joe and the great folks at Piggly Wiggly in Collinsville.
We're down home, down the street, Piggly Wiggly.
With one half in the books, let's check in with Lee and Clint for a review of the first two quarters and break down what the Knights need to be able to do to walk away with a win tonight in your official halftime show, powered by Alpha Insurance agent Will Sweat and Q101.
Once again, the score 20-7 as the Mighty Knight Marching Band have taken center stage here at the Kingdom. The Knights once again down by 2 scores, but if you actually look at it, the Knights have come away with a couple of takeaways tonight. Down deep in their own territory. Of course, Germantown threatening to score on a couple of occasions, one fumble, one interception, but the Knights not able to come away with any points from those takeaways. So if you look at it that way, you could be sitting on cloud 9 saying, okay, we're still in this game because of those turnovers. But also, you're dealing with an offense that is really just high-powered, and they're going at you 90-0 with hurry-up offense. Not able to catch a breath, and a defense that at one time was back on that football field within seconds of coming off. The offense not being able to do anything. So, but that being said, you're facing a defensive coordinator. I'm not going to say that knows Coach Brock Clay's defensive tendencies, because that's changed quite a bit over the last few years. But one of the best defensive linebackers for West Lauderdale to ever come out, Michael Washington, sitting over there, 4th-year defensive coordinator for the Mavericks. How much does that maybe affect this game?
I mean, potentially it could, but honestly probably not as much as you would think. Just simply because in the world that we live in today with technology and everybody basically having access, I mean, we're streaming live online right now, so Philadelphia is going to have immediately, that's when we play next week, by the way, if you weren't aware, but they're going to have access at 10 o'clock tonight when their game ends. They're going to instantly have access to this game film if they look on our YouTube channel. So while it potentially could, you see that the longer that you coach, the more your coaching tree expands. Yeah. We talked about that, last week with Nishoba, having that connection and just knowing these guys. And it's a small fraternity when you look at the head coaches in Mississippi, especially broken down region to region, and they all know each other. And the longer you're in it, the more you have to get creative with your tendencies so that people aren't able to guess them.
Once again, the Germantown Mavericks lead 20-7. They've got scores on a 25-yard touchdown pass, a 16-yard touchdown pass, and a 10-yard touchdown run. 2 scores by Knight Johnson, who was a recipient of a reception of 16 yards out and, of course, on the ground 10 yards out. So those are your scoring for the Mavericks. That's your scoring for the Mavericks. 3-yard touchdown run for KP is what has the night solo touchdown on the board. So with that being said, statistically, where are we looking?
All right, so let's just go over some personal statistics. We'll look at some team wins here in a second. I'm going to give you the Germantown, and then I'm going to turn it over to our new statistician, let him have a shot at it. His second week with a microphone. Super excited to have Didi in the booth with us. But
that guy has the coolest name, statistician technician.
Absolutely. I'm just color commentator.
Yeah.
You know, I wish I had a cool name like that. But anyways, let's look at the opposing Germantown Mavericks and what they are rocking with right now for a first half. On the ground, the Knights have done a pretty good job of holding them in check. You've got 3 guys who have hit the stat line with some rushes. Nye Johnson being the starting running back, 6 rushes for 39 and a touchdown. He ran that second touchdown in, so 6 for 39 with a touchdown. King White, the quarterback, carried it 5 for 31, and he did fumble the ball away there toward the end of the game of that first half. And then Julian Slaughter with the coolest name on the field, 3 for carries for 5 yards. In the air, King White having a fair amount of success, going 16 of 20 for 216 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, and probably, yes, that's a lot of yardage. But even more impressive than that is how he has been able to spread the ball around, Lee.
Well, also, you got to think he had, 2, maybe 3 drives, either inside Knight territory or close to the 50?
Yeah, I mean, the first 2 drives started in Knight territory after the fumble. The fumble there on our opening drive. And then the second one, they returned the punt to, I think, the West Lauderdale 49-yard line, something like that. But great opening field position a couple of different times. But either way, like I said, spreading the ball around a lot where you can't just key on 1 or 2 receivers. 13, Keyshawn Coleman has 5 receptions for 76 yards. He's leading the way for the Mavericks. But number 5, Lawson Branson, 3 for 46 and a touchdown. Number 8, Ashton Smith, 2 for 35. 4, Nye Johnson coming out of the backfield, 3 for 30 and a touchdown. Number 7, Trey Stevenson, 4 for 19. And then Zach Calton, 1 for 9. And let's also not forget a couple of pretty big drops by some of these guys as well. Now, I'm not taking shots because there was a couple of just outstanding receptions. I'm thinking about the one in particular, the touchdown, where he's able, to go to a pass thrown behind him, a little bit low, get hands under it. So they're doing good, but a couple of drops as well on those 4 incompletions that he had. Again, 16 of 20 for 216. 2 touchdowns and 1 interception. And with that said, I'm going to turn it over to Didi and let him do West Lauderdale statistics.
All right, and for our night, starting off with the passing, KP has gone 2 for 6 for 43 yards, no touchdowns and no interceptions. And then for the running tonight, we have 4 guys hitting the field. That being number 6, Travion Mosley with 11 rushes, 60 yards. Then our own quarterback, number 7, Caden Peoples with 8 rushes for 14 yards, 1 rushing touchdown. Then number 4, Ashton Ratcliffe, 1 rush for 5 yards. Then Douglas Rowe, after his big game against Neshoba, he had 2 rushes for 2 yards. And for the receiving, we have number 4, Ashton Ratcliffe, 1 reception, 43 yards. And then number 5, Chase Gathings, 1 reception for 9 yards. And Travion Mosley caught a side pass for just 0 yards, but he had a reception.
There you go. All right, well, thank you very much, Didi. All right, we're going to step aside, come right back with more of your halftime show. It's scored 20-7 in favor of the Germantown Mavericks. The halftime show being brought to you by Alpha Insurance Agent Will Sweat. We're coming right back with more. We'll talk a little bit about band, the West Lauderdale High School Mighty Night Marching Band. All that coming your way. Coming up next on Q101.
Are you ready for some tailgating?
Down home, down the street, Piggly Wiggly.
Piggly Wiggly in Collinsville can do all the cooking for all of your tailgating this football season. Mouth-watering ribs and Boston butts are always available. If that's not enough, how about those delicious pulled pork sandwiches? For all of your tailgating snacks, food, and drinks, shop with Joe and the great folks at Piggly Wiggly in Collinsville.
We're down home, down the street, Piggly Wiggly.
Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs, your local pharmacy and gift shop, thanks you for your continued support. Whether you shop with us in-store, through our app, over the phone, or in our drive-thru, our team will provide the best personalized customer service experience you expect from your local pharmacy. When you call or message us, you are promptly greeted by the Mr. Discount team that's ready to help. When you choose our pharmacy, you're choosing a locally owned pharmacy that cares about you and your community. Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs makes a difference.
Locally owned and operated for over 45 years, Battery One Source is your source for auto, motorcycle, marine, and lawn and garden batteries. But don't buy before you let them check your old battery. Absolutely free. If your golf cart needs to be repaired or maybe you want to add some accessories, Battery One Source does that too. And with over 20 years experience in cell phone repairs, they are your cell phone and iPad repair headquarters. Battery One Source, located at 2618 North Frontage Road, or call 601-693-1500.
Show your West Lauderdale spirit while benefiting the school with a School Spirit debit card from the Citizens Bank. Go Knights! Use your West Lauderdale School Spirit debit card as a credit transaction, and for every signature purchase, the Citizens Bank will donate 5 cents to the school. Boost your school spirit with every purchase by using your West Lauderdale School Spirit debit card from the Citizens Bank. See Mike Shelby and the staff in Collinsville at the Citizens Bank, or call 601-626-7608. Member FDIC.
In sports, the goal is to be the best. And the same is true for Alpha Insurance. We work to make every quote, claim, or call a highlight. And that's why customers consistently give Alpha high marks for service. Call Alpha and let us help you save on home, car, and life insurance. In Meridian, call your Alpha agent Will Sweat at 601-482-2385 or stop by our office at 2340 North Hill Street, Suite A.
You want the best of the best on your team, which is why you should interview a Regions business banker. And don't throw us any softball questions. Ask, what feedback do you get about your responsiveness and personal service? What makes you different from other bankers? We'll also be happy to tell you about our award-winning customer service. But the proof is in getting to know us. Give a Regions banker the opportunity to really wow you. Call 1-800-833-9776 or visit regions.com/interview to get started. Regions Bank. Member FDIC.
Now returning from a quick concession stand run, it's Lee and Clint, the voices of your West Lauderdale Knights on your hit music connection.
Welcome back here to the Kingdom as the Knights and the Mavericks, 20-7 in favor of the Mavericks. And a halftime show being brought to you by Alpha Insurance agent Will Sweat. In the halftime, it's no better time to talk about those Mighty Knight Marching Band participants that just entertained us just a few moments ago there at midfield. And we got Michael Oates. What's your official title again?
I am president of the Band Boosters Association.
Oh, hell, the chief.
El Presidente in the house.
So next Saturday, hopefully weather stays away, but next Saturday, we got a pretty special thing coming in here at the Kingdom, right? Do we know the annual? Because this has got to be getting up there,
This
right?
is the 18th annual
okay.
Excalibur.
Nearing that 20-year mark.
Band competition. So, yeah, we have multiple bands from around the state. 8 bands currently signed up. We may get a couple of late comers, but make sure you come out. It starts at 8 o'clock next Saturday morning. And you can come out and enjoy a great time. We're going to have plenty of concessions. Beyond just our concession stands, snowy trails, was it 1812 coffee? Did I get that right?
2810.
2810, yeah. 1812 sounded like a good year, but I know that's probably...
I think that was a war that year.
So,
Ephesians 2, 8 through 10. Did you know that? That's what the coffee store name is about.
How about that?
Ephesians 2, 8 through 10.
Well, now I can file that away in the memory banks. So, yeah, we got a great competition coming up. Make sure you come out 8 o'clock next Saturday, get some food. Speaking of concession stands, we now have mobile order available, and we've had a few people use it. If you ever look over and you see that line and it's just way too long, we've got a QR code around the stands that you can scan and pull up our site.
So let me ask you how that works. Is there like a bell in there? Is it some type of computer that you've got in there, or somebody just actually has something in their hand saying, "Hey, mobile order"?
We actually have a little station there, and I actually work it every week.
Okay.
And we get a little receipt that pops up whenever an order comes through. We send you a text when your order is ready. It comes up pretty quick. So when you look over there, there's no line over a mobile order. Go ahead and make yourself a mobile order, and you'll get your food a lot quicker.
That's pretty cool. All right, what time is Excalibur start up again next week?
8:00 a.m.
All right. How many teams do you think will be in, or I guess bands?
I'm leaning towards we're probably going to have 8.
Okay.
So.
All right. Well, good deal. Thank you very much, Michael Oates, for giving us that information. Come out and support the Mighty Night Marching Band as well as the rest of the bands that are going to be playing next week. You know what? It's a great time to give to them because they give us entertainment at halftime. They give us the entertainment whenever your team is about to score a touchdown or on defense, and it's a great time to give back to them.
Absolutely. You know, you think about I'm not going to use the phrase supporting groups. It is a football game, but you also have these kids that are pouring just as much energy, just as much effort into when I'm thinking about cheerleaders, I'm thinking about band, I'm thinking about the dance teams. And so for them to have their competition, their event next Saturday, you know, you would love to see the stands full, just like we see on Friday nights for, you know, fans, you know, just people who enjoy the band or want to come support them. So y'all please come on out next Saturday. Hopefully the tropical storm that's projected to hit next weekend will hold off.
I don't know if Aaron Pogue knows what you're talking about. He kind of looked in surprise. You do? Okay, all right.
Come on now. You know he's in the loop. I've never said anything that he wasn't already aware of. But anyway, so that's next Saturday, 8 a.m. Kickoff, you know, if you want to call it that. But then we will it's supposed to go all day. Excited to see some of those bands come on out.
20-7 is the score here. The Knights two-score deficit here at the Kingdom. The Germantown Mavericks will receive the football to open up the second half. But the Knights, a couple of times tonight, taking the football away. One on the ground, one in the air. So maybe we can get another turnover and make this a little tighter ball game. I see food entering in the building here.
And I see two teams on the sideline ready to come on out and start the second half, Lee.
And once again, halftime sponsored by Alpha Insurance agent Will Sweat. And we're about to wrap up the halftime festivities here as Germantown Mavericks once again will send out their kickoff return team.
I was about to say a reminder for everybody listening that West Lauderdale did win the win the kickoff and elected to receive to start the game. With that being said, they are going to be kicking off left to right as you stare at your radio.
How about down there at Laurel, in between the bricks? Laurel Golden Tornadoes facing off Meridian High. Meridian 14, Laurel 0.
Did you ever play there?
I did. No, I did not. We faced Laurel here the first year that West Lauderdale moved up to 4A back in 1995. We faced Laurel here. The next year they went down to Laurel.
My senior year, we opening round of the playoffs went to Laurel and actually won there between the bricks. It was really cool.
Now definitely here's onside kick attempt and it got nailed, but I don't know if the Knights recovered.
I don't know how he held on to that if he did.
Coach Brock Clay seems to think it's going to be in West Lauderdale football, but no official has made a decision yet.
It looks like it is going to be Maverick football.
But that was there, but I'll tell you what, very close in getting that football.
Absolutely. I have not seen many onside kicks at this level that good. And great job to get down there and lay a lick down.
Oh, believe me, they work on it all week long because I have a certain player down there that comes home to me and says he got rocked once.
You're not talking about the freshman tight end.
Well, sophomore, but first year.
Yeah.
But
I saw him play the other night. They did a good job over in Newton County. The JV team did.
Won the 7th grade and the 8th grade, tied for the junior varsity.
Yeah, good night by our soon-to-be varsity Knights. So over the next few years coming in. What are we doing right now, Lee?
I'm thinking there's a penalty here. There is. There's a penalty sponsored by, State Farm Insurance agent Chris McDonald.
I think
they're
they call it
saying
offsetting. No, or did they?
I think he got the penalty wrong.
Oh.
I think it's against West Lauderdale, and it'll be marked off, I'm guessing, from the 46-yard line. That's where they're going to spot the football.
We don't have a mic down there, but he's explaining it to Coach Clay. Have no idea what that call was. It almost looked like he had called a pass interference signal, throwing the two hands out, but that couldn't be right. I have no idea. I'm looking.
It looks like the kickoff. No, that's not the kickoff team. The defense is already in Knight, on the Knight side of the 50, so they're expecting the football to come back their way.
Yeah, I'm looking to my right to see if our man on the stream saw anything that we didn't. He's not even looking back, so obviously he's got nothing either.
So this will be marked from the 46.
What is that signal that he just
Germantown.
gave?
It'll be put down. It's a big 15-yarder.
Yep.
It'll be put down at the 39-yard line of the Knights. Once again, scores 20-7 in favor of Germantown. The Knights come out, try to put a onside kick. Almost went into their hands. However, penalty, 15-yarder, gives Germantown great field position on the Knight 39-yard line.
Coach Clay still giving him an earful, not liking that call.
First down and 10 for Germantown, moving right to left.
King White, quarterback, going to start the second half in
pistol formation.
In a great field position as well on the West Lauderdale 39-yard line.
King White will pitch it off to number 5, going to that far side. He's down inside the 35, near the 32-yard line.
That's going to bring up second down and about 3, Lee, there on the 32-yard line.
Lawson Branson is the running back there.
All right, so you've got a 13-point lead here to start the second half. Obviously not a big enough lead to even think about bringing in substitutes or anything like that, but do you take the foot off the gas? Do you try to burn clock? Do you slow the pace of play?
Definitely a different formation there for the Mavericks. Looking to pass here is King White. Got a receiver, and he makes the connection, but is he out of bounds is the question. They're going to say he is in bounds. They're inside of the 5-yard line. They're going to mark him out at the 4. So do you step off the pedal?
Well,
no.
Definitely not, taking the foot off the gas there.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. He is by himself here on the left-hand side. Going to be a quarterback keeper, and he's going to – does he get in? Yes.
Yeah, touchdown.
4-yard touchdown run by King White. It's his first on the ground tonight. Going to bring the score to 26-7. That was quick. That was 57 seconds.
Yep. And you can do that when you were operating on that short of a field. Onside kick that you recover if you're the Mavericks, and then the penalty where you start the drive on the opposing 39-yard line.
Waiting the extra point. Waiting the snap, excuse me. There's the snap. Hold is down. Kick is up and is good. Knights now down by 3 scores, 27-7. We'll be back after this on Q101.
We'll score a touchdown on great deals at Family Flea Market on B Street in Meridian. With over 200 vendors and over 52,000 square feet of shoppable space, where you're guaranteed to find something for the whole family. Family Flea Market carries a wide variety of items, including new and used furniture, home decor, vintage items, mattresses, toys, and more. Come shop with us at Family Flea Market on B Street, Monday through Saturday, 10 to 6. You're guaranteed to score great deals. Check out our Facebook and Instagram pages.
You're listening to West Lauderdale Night Football.
We're the West Lauderdale Cheerleaders, and we love Q101.
Following a 4-yard touchdown run by quarterback King White. extends the Germantown lead 27-20 with 11:03 remaining here in the third quarter. King White, junior quarterback, first-year quarterback. Not sure how much playing time he got, if any, at the quarterback position last year.
But definitely doing a good job this year, tonight at least, finding the open guys.
Deep kick. Coming down at the 2-yard line. He's up to the 5, up to the 10, 15. Now he comes back to this side, to the 20. Out of bounds around the 27-yard line. That was Ashton Radcliffe with the return. So the Knights once again came out on kickoff tonight in the second half, attempted an onside kick, ended up getting a personal foul penalty. So that allowed the Germantown Mavericks to have a very short field at the Knight 39-yard line, would score just a few moments later. So Germantown once again leads 27-7, down by 20. KP leads the Knights, going left to right. KP looking to pass, makes the connection at the 40-yard line. Nice little pitch and catch. I think that's Radcliffe again. Radcliffe is turning in a pretty good night as far as receiving the football here.
Yeah, that was just a scramble out to your left where, he never intended to stay in the pocket. So good job to find the open man as he rolled to his left.
First and 10, Travion Mosley gets the handoff, comes to this near side, and maybe about a 3-yard pickup.
Yeah, good job by the line to kind of get a little bit of a push to clear a path for him to pick up good positive yardage there. But they're going to mark him down, after about a 2-yard carry there on the 43, Lee. Needing to get out to the Maverick 49 for a first down. Second down and 8.
KP in a pistol formation looking to pass. Got a receiver. That's Radcliffe. Does he hold on? I believe he does.
And he hit the ground to save his life.
They're going to get him up to the 48-yard line. Thought he got up to the 49, but they're going to say he was down at the 48.
Either way, Lee, that's going to bring up third down. And what are we going to say, about a long 3?
Yep.
Like I said, need to get down to the Maverick 49-yard line.
So they're going to go back in the power I formation, excuse me. So once again, third down, 3 to go.
All right, so we haven't thrown the ball out of this formation at all. So, you see them immediately shooting the line.
And Travion looked like a face mask. And
a horse collar. They're going to call the horse collar, definitely. But, you
saw that face mask come back around, but it definitely, you saw a horse collar as well.
Yeah, and I think that's, the back of that jersey was being pulled straight back on the neck.
Looked like he got the first down.
Oh, they did. They called your face mask. There you go, Lee.
So first down is made now. First down, of course, sponsored by All-Star Team Sports.
Yeah, I think that was one of those pick your personal foul.
It wasn't a personal foul because it's incidental.
I guess.
It's 5-yard gain or 5-yard penalty there. Sponsored by Chris McDonald, State Farm Insurance Agent. KP going deep. Got Cameron Vaughn and just overshoots his intended receiver.
Yeah, just basically threw a punt down there. Either way, second down and 10 on the Maverick 44-yard line.
Going to bring up, like you said, 44-yard line. Knights moving left to right. I think it was a good a good play design.
Yeah, just unable to find an open man down there. Again, we've seen pretty good coverage all night. Hand off to Travion Mosley. He's going to shoot the gap, going to pick up about 4, maybe 3. They're going to mark him on the 41-yard line. So that's going to bring up third down and 7 as he just kind of went between guard and tackle on the right side of that offensive line. Oh, man, they're
only giving him 2, maybe about just over 2 yards there. Third down and 8 to coming up here.
I thought he'd picked up more than that.
It did look like it, but that's the reason they're closer to the field than we are.
Absolutely. They get paid the big bucks to do this. But, yeah, third down and 8.
2 receivers to that far side. KP looking to pass and actually pulls it back down. Now throws. And does he find him? Yes. No. Incomplete pass. Broken up there by the ground. That will bring up fourth down and 8 for the Knights.
All right, so you want to know what I'm most impressed by that?
What's that?
the arm strength, because that was basically a jump pass as he's falling backwards. It went about 23 yards downfield across the field, so probably closer to 30. And that was, he did not have an opportunity to put his weight into it. That was all upper body, all arm strength. But they're going to bring basically, if you were over 6'2", I think you're playing wide receiver right now.
4th down and 8.
He's going to punt.
Yep, he's back to punt. Didn't have to be a great one because nobody's really back for the Mavericks. He's going to go inside the 15 to about the 13-yard line. So Knights had a decent possession, but nothing to show for it.
Yeah, Mavericks are going to take over 1st and 10, like you said, Lee, on about the 14-yard line, I think is where they're going to mark it. But a lot better than starting at the West Lauderdale 39-yard line.
So 1st down and 10 for the Mavs. In a pistol formation.
Hadn't seen that 5 wide yet this half.
No.
So we're going to see if they've retired that or if they'll break that out a little bit later.
Do have a couple of receivers tight to that offensive line. He hands it off to Nia Johnson, who's tripped up there at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten back to it.
Yeah, I think they're going to keep it at the 14. So, yeah, they're going to mark him for no gain. Good job by the defense to get back there and stop it. So what do you think, Lee? You're at a point where you've almost got to have a stop here. I don't know that you can go down by more than 3 scores at this point.
2nd down and 10. Another pistol formation for King White. Calls for the snap, hands it off to his running back, comes to this near side. Actually, I believe that was one of the receivers coming off in a jet sweep there.
Yeah, that was absolutely what that was. And I'm kind of a little surprised that we haven't seen that already tonight, Lee, the jet sweep. When you think about how much trouble the Knights had stopping that last week on the Neshoba Central.
It's 3rd down and 5 as the Mavericks is able to get up to the 19-yard line.
But I also want to bring up, that they did stop it just then. They like I just said, they had a hard time with it last week, but they were ready for it tonight, giving up 5 on that, which, like I said, last week they were banging it for 10, 12, 15 yards apiece. So good job by the Knights to recognize that and fix it throughout this week of practice. There's the 5 wide.
Yep. 3 receivers once again, 3 receivers the far side, 2 to this near side. Quarterback backpedals, looking to pass deep, and incomplete pass. Bring up 4th down and 5.
Yeah, that was one of those. Good job by the defense, by the defensive back to running step for step with the wide receiver. But the quarterback just overshot everybody. Going to bring up 4th down, and we, for the first time tonight, have a punt by the Mavericks. We've seen them stopped twice on turnovers in the first half, and now this will be the first time we actually get to see the punter on the field for the Mavericks. He's going to be standing on his own 8-yard line.
Little rugby-style kick. Going to come down at midfield, then take a bounce for Germantown all the way down to near the 40, between the 40 and 41-yard line. So the Knights will have decent field position. Once again, the score 27-20. It was 20-7 to begin the second half. The Knights elected to try an onside kick. Could not get it in their hands.
It was a really executed onside kick. Like I said, one of the better ones that you're going to see at this level of football. Just unable to come down with it.
And Germantown made them pay as they would score 57 seconds into the 3rd quarter to make it 27-7. Here's the Knights. 2 receivers the far side. Handoff goes to Travion Mosley. Mosley trying to make a few guys miss, but couldn't make the ones needed. So a 2-yard pickup. Going to bring up 2nd down 8.
Absolutely. He fought for both of those yards there. That's one thing I can say for this Maverick defense. They are ball hawks. They are flying to wherever they feel like the ball is.
Sideline.
Absolutely. You're going to have a hard time outrunning them to the sideline.
Same formation. Quarterback keeper, it looks like. KP just rolls over one of the gentlemen there. But about a 3-yard pickup. Bring up 3rd down and 5.
I believe we have a Maverick down right there, Lee. Yeah, they're going to stop play right there and bring out the trainers.
It's an injury timeout. We're going to step aside for 1 minute. Once again, we'll step aside for 1 minute. Score once again 27-7. Time on the clock is 6 minutes, 13 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. We'll be back on Q101.
Hey, Knights fans, it's game time. This season, don't just cheer for victory, score a winning smile with Douglas Orthodontics. Douglas Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of the West Lauderdale Knights. Get your smile in the game and show off your team spirit. Call Douglas Orthodontics today and tackle those orthodontic needs. Score a winning smile this season at Douglas Orthodontics. Douglas Orthodontics, where champions get their smile.
When it comes to football supplies and equipment, there's only one place. All-Star Team Sports. Let All-Star Team Sports protect your football player with shoulder pads, helmets, arm sleeves, mouth guards, and more. Want to support your favorite teams? All-Star Team Sports has a great selection of spirit wear, including shirts, hats, sweats, and more. So whether it's a 40-yard run for a first down or a touchdown dance in the end zone, your player will look like an all-star with All-Star Team Sports.
1100 24th Avenue in Meridian.
Now, more play-by-play of West Lauderdale football with Lee Taylor on Q101.
Welcome back here. The gentleman that was on the ground for the injury, he was able to get up on his own and trot off to the sideline. Might have been some breath knocked out of him.
Yeah, but as soon as he got to the sideline and the team's lined up to snap the ball, the referee stepped in and stopped the play again for a heat timeout. So
it's about that time.
It is, and you step outside while the temperature is progressively getting lower as the weeks go in. This is a fairly muggy, humid night, so you still want to protect the players and make sure they're fully hydrated and not dropping from cramps.
Here we go, 3rd down and 5 for the Knights, moving left to right, have the ball on their own 46-yard line. KP, quarterback keeper, pitches it out to Travion. Travion is got a first down for the Knights into Germantown territory around the 44-yard line. First down sponsored by All-Star Team Sports.
Yeah, great call there by the coaching staff, by Coach Clay on that speed option to the left. And great job by KP to hold it as long as he could to draw the defender in before he pitched it off to Mosley. And he had open space, able to pick up that first down and then some.
There's snap, KP rolling out to his right, looking to pass. He's got a receiver. Looked like a lot of tugging back and forth, but no call on the play. We'll bring up 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, that was one of those that they're letting them play. And I've seen that all night. We've had one DPI, one defensive pass interference call all night.
That was definitely.
Yeah, I mean, that was one knife
there
away
is a
from
flag. There is a flag, and it's going to be against the Knights. Not sure what was called.
It almost had to have been a holding from where it was called.
The flag is around the vicinity of between the 40 and 41-yard line. And he is pointing toward the Knights. He's going to say, take it, or the coach is going to say, tack it on. So is it going to stay first down is the question.
Well, again, it depends on what the call is. Yeah, it was a 10-yard penalty.
It must have been offside or a false start or illegal procedure.
Still waiting on an actual signal to be given. And I don't think we're going to get one.
First down, 15 to go. The Knights are on their the Germantown 48-yard line. KP quarterback keeper, and KP's down to 45 to the 40, inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. So a nice pickup of about 9 yards.
Yeah, good strong run there. And we have another Maverick down right now. So they're going to stop play again, send the training crew out to check on him. But on that run from KP, I mean, you know, first down and 15, you're just hoping to get back close to the original line of scrimmage, and he takes you even deeper than that.
Once again, your score is 27-7. Score was 20-7 going into halftime. Germantown would score on their first possession, 57 seconds. Just going to keep you updated on some scores from around the area while they are attending to the gentleman on the field. 35-21, Louisville over Starkville, and Louisville may be the #1 team in the state, don't you think?
Absolutely. We've seen them time and time again. They play schools larger than them, kind of like what we're doing, and just having their way with them.
Choctaw Central leads Lake Hornets 13-6. New Hope over Caledonia 35-0. Meridian, I don't have an update with the Meridian and Laurel score yet.
The last time I saw was 14-0.
Right. Kemper County leads Quitman, and we'll put a pause on that. Second down and 6. Second down and 6. Knights moving left to right. KP turns around, puts it in the belly of Travion Mosley. Mosley to the 35 and out of bounds. Looked like another horse, almost a horse collar, but down to the 32-yard line. That's enough for another Knight first down, sponsored by All-Star Team Sports.
Yeah, good, strong run there by Mosley, able to run through a couple of arm tackles and able to move the chains, which is impressive because a lot of times you see those 5-yard penalties to start the what are we doing here?
They called for a first down, and they never set the chains.
There they go.
Now they're setting the chains.
But no, I mean, after what we assume was a motion, procedure, false start, whatever, first down at 15, able to fight through that and pick up a first down here.
5:24 remains here in the third quarter. Knights down by 3 scores, 27-20, or excuse me, 27-7. Travion gets the or is that Ashton?
I think it was Travion.
Yeah, it's Travion.
Yeah.
Travion looks very similar with Ashton, but no gain on the play. Was hit hard there at the line of scrimmage. Going to bring up second down and 10. Germantown out of 7A, just north of Jackson. Plays almost like a college atmosphere up there, right?
Absolutely. You know, we were there last year.
KP, quarterback keeper to the 30, to the 25, to the 20, inside the 25, or the 20 to about the 19, 18-yard line.
Yeah, I believe they're going to mark him down on the 18, but that's going to be enough for another first down. But, you know, talking about where they're coming from, we were at Germantown last year for this game, and, man, those facilities are impressive.
First down, once again, sponsored by All-Star Team Sports. Douglas Rowe in the game. Hands off to Douglas, and head full of steam. Got him 2 yards, maybe 1. I'm not sure. And we'll see where they mark it.
Yeah, I think they're going to put him on the 17, so maybe a 2-yard gain, Lee.
Once again, Knights down by 3 scores, 27-20. But did they get somebody to jump? Nope. Knights inside the red zone of Germantown. Hand off to Travion. No, that's Douglas Rowe. I'm sorry. Nothing there for Rowe. Maybe a yard.
Man, I don't even know that he got that. Just met at the point of contact. Sending in a fresh offensive lineman there to replace your left tackle. Give him a little bit of a breather. But this is going to be 3rd down and 8, and I can almost guarantee it's a 4-down territory. Oh!
Bad snap, and KP will take it himself. And he's got some running room through the 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Second touchdown of the night for KP, 18 yards out.
That was that was almost a very bad situation there. That
it might have helped him.
Absolutely. Because that play was supposed to go up the middle, and I think everybody knew that. Everybody had flocked that way, and as the ball's rolling on the ground, KP just picks it up and runs, basically running for his life to the left and able to scramble into the end zone.
There's a snap. Hold is down. Kick is up. Zane Wood had to hurry up. No good. Wide right.
I don't know that snap was handled. I couldn't tell if it was a bad snap or just the holder unable to track it down. But either way.
Knights down just by 2 scores now, 27-13. We'll be back after 30 seconds here on Q101.
In life, some things just go together, like a burger and fries and home and auto insurance from State Farm. Combine and save. In Meridian, talk to State Farm agent Chris McDonald today, located at 4542 Poplar Springs Drive. Call 601-483-7743 for a quote on auto, homeowners, condo, renters, personal articles, business, life, and health insurance. State Farm agent Chris McDonald is a proud supporter of the West Lauderdale Knight football team.
Go Knights! WJDQ Meridian and Collinsville. We are Q101. And on Friday nights, we turn into your West Lauderdale Knights football connection.
Interception, West Lauderdale.
Now, let's send it back to the field with Lee and Clint on
Your hit music connection. Q101.
Knights could use one of those interceptions on this next drive, but after an 18, I believe officially it's a 17-yard touchdown run. KP got his second of the night. Eat into the Germantown Mavericks lead. Does the Knights recover on this kickoff return? There was trouble on the kickoff return, and there was trouble. The ball was on the ground when the Knight came up, when the black jersey came up, but I'm not sure who came up with the football.
It looks like the Mavericks are going to retain it. Yeah, 81, who had called for the fair catch, bounced off his shoulder pads, but I think it was one of those he kind of collapsed onto it able to corral it in, bring it in, and then retain possession. But almost, man, that'd have been huge for the Knights to, so many things that the ball just not quite bouncing the way you want it to. But, man, maybe more so than any other sport in existence, football being a game of absolute inches.
Mavericks take over on their own 32-yard line. 2 receivers to this near side, 2 to the far side for King White. Low snap for him, looking to throw the ball to number 5. Got the reception there. He is down the middle of the field to inside the 30-yard line. That's a huge pass play, first play of the drive for the Mavericks, right?
Yeah, number 5 being Lawson Branson, a junior wide receiver, 5'11", 185, able to corral that just on a deep slant.
Back at it. Back to number 5, Lawson again, and he is to this near side. 22-yard line, I believe, is where they're going to mark him out.
Yeah, they're going to run him out of bounds after about a more than that, my bad. After about a 6-yard reception. Going to bring up 7-yard. I'm sorry, going to bring up second down and 3.
Mavericks quick to the line of scrimmage for that play. And might have caught the Knights off guard a little bit. Second down.
Yeah, taking their time now. Still plenty of time on the play clock. Only still 16 seconds on that.
They'll trot out 1 receiver to that far side, 2 to this near side. Nye Johnson in the backfield with the quarterback there, and he'll get the handoff. Goes up the middle. And it's taken down around the 16-yard line.
I believe that's going to be enough.
We have a down Knight, I believe.
Yeah, I didn't see a number on the Knight who's down.
We're going to step aside. Injury timeout on the field. Just break away for 30 seconds. Come right back. Once again, the score is 27-13, but the Mavericks are threatening. We'll come right back here on Q101.
Are you ready for some tailgating?
Down home, down the street, Piggly Wiggly.
Piggly Wiggly in Collinsville can do all the cooking for all of your tailgating this football season. Mouth-watering ribs and Boston butts are always available. If that's not enough, how about those delicious pulled pork sandwiches? For all of your tailgating snacks, food, and drinks, shop with Joe and the great folks at Piggly Wiggly in Collinsville.
We're down home, down the street, Piggly Wiggly.
Q101, your home for West Lauderdale Knights football.
And while we were back, while we were during that break, play had ran just a few moments ago. Second down and 7 now after about 3-yard pickup, from Nye Johnson. 2:49 remains here in the third quarter. The Knights and the Germantown Mavericks have traded scores in the third quarter. Germantown threatening, though, inside the 15 to the 14-yard line. Once again, second down, 7, moving right to left. 1 receiver to the far side, 2 to this near side. Nye Johnson, number 4, to the left of number 1 quarterback, King White. Waiting to snap. He's going to move his running back a little further up to him. He'll be a handoff. No, it's going to be right up the middle. Touchdown. Number 81, touchdown, Germantown. 81 was the receiver there, Joseph Walker, tight end.
Yeah, that is a senior tight end. Walker, just a slip seam route right up the middle. Basically, he was running toward the goalpost, and he was wide open, able to walk in on that pass.
Slew of weapons for the Mavericks, right?
Absolutely. I mean, you basically pick your poison. You can't afford to double team anybody because it's kind of like what I was talking about. I think that's the 7th man to catch a pass from King White so far tonight.
Makes the score 33-13, awaiting the extra point. Looks good from here, and it is 34-13, and we still have a couple minutes left in the third quarter. We'll be back after this on Q101.
Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs, your local pharmacy and gift shop, thanks you for your continued support. Whether you shop with us in-store, through our app, over the phone, or in our drive-thru, our team will provide the best personalized customer service experience you expect from your local pharmacy. When you call or message us, you are promptly greeted by the Mr. Discount team that's ready to help. When you choose our pharmacy, you're choosing a locally owned pharmacy that cares about you and your community. Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs makes a difference.
More Friday nights under the lights with the Knights are here on Q101.
Well, following another touchdown by number 81 this time from number 1 King White, 81 once again. Joseph Walker, tight end. The Mavericks extend their lead 34-13 by 3 scores again. Knights about to receive. 2:15 remaining here in the third quarter. Knights put together a pretty good drive just a few moments ago and capped it off with a 17-yard touchdown run by KP. Would love another one here. Deep kick, going to come down around the 3-4 yard line. It's trouble with the kickoff and still on the ground as the football comes out of the 10-yard line, and the Knights will have it around the 11.
Yeah, just unable to corral that in.
You got to pick up the football first, right?
Absolutely. You know, we saw that on the previous kickoff for the Mavericks, but unable to get it around the 40-yard line. Knights, unfortunately, not that lucky. They'll take over 1st and 10 on their own. I guess, have it right up there between the 10 and the 11.
So 2:09 remains here in the third quarter.
Yeah, Lee, how long before it trickles down from the NFL to the college to the high school level, these new kickoff rules?
I hope not, but you know it's coming.
Yeah.
Moving left to right, Knights. KP looking to pass. Throwing deep, over the middle. He makes the connection. No, incomplete.
Yeah, that ball was knocked away there at the very end by the defensive back, by number 10. That's going to be Brandon Harris, senior defensive back there for the Mavericks. So had a man open there just for a second, but unable to connect with him.
So 2nd down and 10. Knights will have one receiver here to this near side, one to the far side. And Travion Mosley to the 10, to the 15, out of bounds around the 15-yard line. Bring up 3rd down and about 5. Yep.
Yeah. Still fairly deep in your own side of the field. If you don't pick this up, I don't know that you can afford to. I don't know. You don't want to give up a possession, but it'll be tough.
Same formation for the Knights. KP backpedals, looking to pass. May take it himself, and he does. Trying to break away from a defender, will not get away from him, lose yardage, and I think you got to punt it away.
Yeah, I mean, we'll wait and see officially, but I'm like you, Lee. And we're seeing the punt team come out here. So
regardless, unless you get a huge foot into this kick here, or this punt, the Germantown Mavericks are going to have the football probably in Knight territory.
Yeah, number 3, Michael Johnson, standing on the Knight 40-yard line to return the punt.
Zane Wood in the end zone or close to that goal line. Yeah, he's in the end zone, about to put his toe to leather. Had to get rid of it quick, and they're going to have a good run. They're going to have a great field position here from the 40. And nice tackle, open field tackle, or that would have been dangerous.
Yeah, not much of a return. I believe he what did he catch that on? About the 42, able to get out to about the 37.
Mm-hmm.
So they're able to hold him to just about a 5-yard return, but still inside of the West Lauderdale Knight 40-yard line where you're taking over 1st and 10, which is the second time this has happened in the second half. I mean, their opening drive started on the Knight 39.
Mm-hmm. Now this one 37, like you said.
So an offense this powerful, having this short of field a couple of times, it's tough for this defense.
Pistol formation for quarterback King White. Pitch, no, he's going to take it and throw it. Heave it off downfield and make the connection at the 20-yard line, inside the 20 to the 19. Number 13 was the receiver, Keyshawn Coleman. And once again, back to the line of scrimmage quickly. 1 minute left, 34-13 in favor of Germantown. Quarterback keeper, King White, goes right up the middle to the 15, near about the 12-yard line. And once again, hurry up offense.
Yeah, they are quick.
Shotgun formation for White. Quarterback keeper again for White, and gets hit at the line of scrimmage. It will bring up third down. Not sure they're going to give him anything here.
All right, Lee, explain this logic to me. You've got a 21-point lead about to go into the fourth quarter. Why are you letting your quarterback take a beating like this? Why do you continue to run him, knowing the district that you play in, that you're going to need all your weapons at full, full power? And man, I don't know. I just don't understand the logic here.
Once again, White, shotgun formation, does have a back to his left, and he'll hand it to him, number 33. Goes up for that far side. And ball comes free, ball comes loose, and it is in the end zone, and the Knights will recover. The Knights, for the third time tonight, have taken the football away from the Mavericks deep in their own territory.
Yeah, that ball rolled into the end zone before it was recovered by the Knights, and that's going to be a touchback with 1.2 seconds left on the clock here in the third quarter. So you got to love it. Again, not an insurmountable lead, nothing that can't be undone, but still a pretty big lead, a 21-point lead by the Mavericks here at the very end of the third quarter. But you're still seeing the defense playing hard. You're still seeing the defense not willing to give up, still trying to force those turnovers, and that's the third one of the night. So good job there by the Knights defense to give it back to the offense.
Well, should have one play here in the third quarter left. Knights will have was that a reverse? No, quarterback keeper, I'm sorry.
Yeah, faked the jet sweep and kept it himself. They're going to give him credit for about a 3-yard carry.
I have to apologize. We are dealing with a very, very fogged up window here at the Kingdom.
Yeah, I'm sitting down trying to look as low as I can through this window because I think it's a little bit clearer down here, but you're right.
That's the last play of the third quarter, so we'll come right back. We have 12 minutes remaining. The Knights are down by 3 scores, 34-13. Hold up those 4 fingers. We'll be back after 30 seconds on Q101.
Locally owned and operated for over 45 years, Battery One Source is your source for auto, motorcycle, marine, and lawn and garden batteries. But don't buy before you let them check your old battery. Absolutely free. If your golf cart needs to be repaired or maybe you want to add some accessories, Battery One Source does that too. And with over 20 years experience in cell phone repairs, they are your cell phone and iPad repair headquarters. Battery One Source, located at 2618 North Frontage Road, or call 601-693-1500.
Commercials done. And the action continues with West Lauderdale Night Football on Q101.
Well, 12 minutes remain here in this contest against the Germantown Mavericks, 34-13. The Mavericks have looked unstoppable at moments, but then have coughed up the football at moments. The Knights have been given gifts, just not really been able to do much to them.
Yeah, and they're going against a very determined, very stout Maverick defense. That defensive line, we hadn't talked much about them, but they are a very big, very quick defensive line, and it's just every yard they get, they're having a fight for. And they are fighting. And, again, we talked about this a little bit on the defensive side just a couple of moments ago. What are we doing? I think
they're just getting up to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they set it up differently. But, anyways, second down and 6 here for the Knights on their own 19-yard line. 24-yard line. Foggy window.
Yep. Ashton Radcliffe going in motion, going in backpedaling is KP, and it was a screen pass set up.
And it was an open screen pass, too, but unfortunately had a guy in his face. So just trying to get rid of it pretty quick.
So bring up third down, 6. He had open running room, too.
Yep.
Definitely a first down could have been had there. Gathings, Radcliffe to this near side.
Again, we talked about this a little bit, right at the beginning of the second half. Just a game of inches.
Pistol formation now for the Knights as Mosley is directly behind KP. KP will keep it himself, gets up to about the 26-yard line. Not enough for a first down. About 3 yards shy of a first down. So fourth down, 3 to come up here.
I think what that does is with you picking up the yardage and making it a fourth and short-ish. Yeah, I think you're going to see him go for it here. But that was KP had the option to pitch it there, but elected to keep it himself, and picked up pretty good yardage. Bring up fourth down at about 3.
So decision time for head coach Brock Clay. Has a receiver on this near side, which is Radcliffe. Far side is Gathings. Here we go. 4th down, long 3. Going in motion is Mosley. KP looking to pass. He may take it himself, and he does. Passes the 25 and gets the first down. Sponsored by All-Star Team Sports.
Good, strong run. Needing to get out to, the 29, maybe the 30. And they're going to mark him down on the 31. So getting just what you need and then just a little bit more. So great run. Great job seeing the field, seeing his guys covered, and recognizing that he had a little bit of open space. So good job by KP.
Knight's going to spread them out a little bit. 1 receiver to the far side, 2 to this near side. Pistol formation.
Again, we're not on the field. They're having to change the ball out a lot. I think that you're working with wet grass, and therefore you're going to have some wet balls down there.
KP backpedals, looking to pass, going deep to that sideline, that far sideline to Chase Gathings there, and incomplete. Broken up there at the last moment.
Yeah, I couldn't quite see the number of that defender, and he won't show me his back, but good job by the defensive back running step for step, and then to knock it away there at the last second.
3rd receiver for the Knights is number 11, Cohen Peoples. You'd think they have some pretty good chemistry, wouldn't you think?
Well, I mean, biologically speaking, yes.
He is wide left. Gathings wide right. And Radcliffe in the slot here to the left. Handoff to Travion Mosley. Mosley gets tackled from behind. He's going to lose yardage. Going to bring up 3rd down and long.
Yeah, they're going to give him about a 3-yard loss lead. 3rd down and 13 here.
Again, Knights down by 3 scores, 34-13.
10 minutes, 27 seconds left on the clock. I saw you looking, Lee. I had a little bit better angle.
They'll move 2 receivers to that far side now. Once again, 3rd down, 13. KP looking to pass. Going deep. Going deep to that far sideline. Overshoots his intended receiver by quite a bit.
Yeah, he just basically.
4th down.
I think he's just showing off for us now, just see how far I can throw the ball.
You know, they do that so often. I know every team practices, but I just get a chance to see them quite a bit. And they're at the end of the practice each and every day, they are heaving it off to that sideline.
You know, we talked about this on the last, before they got that first down. It was 4th down, but 4th and 3 ended up going for it, and KP picking it up on the scramble. 4th down and 13, just a little bit too much. You don't have a whole lot of plays in the playbook to pick that up, so they are sending the punt team out to kick it away.
Return man for Germantown standing at his 46-yard line, while Zane Wood, number 41 for the Knights, standing at his 15-yard line. Knights once again down by 3, 34-13. 3 scores, that is. Zane will get the ball off. High hanging punt. Call for a fair catch around the 37-yard line.
Yeah, good job there by Zane Wood. High kick, give his gunners plenty of time to get down there to force the fair catch. So the Knights defense coming back out on the field. It's been a Jekyll and Hyde type of night for the Knights defense. You know, they've given up 5 touchdowns, but they've also forced 3 turnovers, 2 fumbles, 1 interception. So we're going to see how it goes here. Still looking at the starters for the Mavericks on the field in this 4-wide set, 2 near, 2 far.
King White throws it off to number 13 on that far side of the football field and nearly gets a first down. About an 8-yard pickup, maybe even 9 before getting brought down.
You know, Lee, I kind of said something tongue-in-cheek a few minutes ago asking, hey, at what point do you kind of take the foot off? I don't think they believe
they're not.
You know, you got a 3-score lead, 4th quarter. Let's leave the starters in. Let's chunk it around, I guess.
2nd down, 2 to go. Ball is at the 46-yard line of the Mavericks. They'll send out 2 receivers to the far side, 2 to this near side. I will say that the receiver core is having a little cleaner jerseys, but they're heaving it off once again, number 5, and he will be off to the races to the 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Mavs.
Lawson Branson on a 53-yard touchdown pass there by King White. So, again, I mean, and in the first half, he had over 200 yards passing. So, definitely going to be over 3 at this point.
Defense have really held them in check. I know they've got a couple of scores already, now 3 scores, but a couple of them were, especially the first one, was inside Knight territory from the first snap. Winning the extra point. The score is 40-13. There's a snap, hold is down, kick is up. Looks good from here. It'll be 41-13. We'll be back after 30 seconds here on Q101.
Show your West Lauderdale spirit while benefiting the school with a School Spirit debit card from the Citizens Bank. Go Knights! Use your West Lauderdale School Spirit debit card as a credit transaction, and for every signature purchase, the Citizens Bank will donate 5 cents to the school. Boost your school spirit with every purchase by using your West Lauderdale School Spirit debit card from the Citizens Bank. See Mike Shelby and the staff in Collinsville at the Citizens Bank, or call 601-626-7608. Member FDIC.
Now, let's return to the field with live West Lauderdale football, only on Q101.
Welcome back here. 53-yard, did you say? 53-yard pass reception, touchdown reception a few moments ago. Extends the Mavericks lead 41-13. Mavericks about to kick off. Knights moving right to left. Now you got to be playing for pride, right?
Yeah, I don't know that you're going to have the strength to be able to come dig out of this hole.
Still have 9 minutes remaining here in the football game. There's the kick. Deep kick, once again, going to that far side. May go out of bounds, actually. And the Knights will have the football at the 35-yard line.
Second time tonight that they've done that. You know, that's how the opening kickoff went as well.
41-13, once again, the score. Just over 9 minutes remaining here in the football game. We talked about the Mavericks possibly putting in some backups. You may wonder if the Knights may do that same thing. But
it's difficult when you're on the bottom side,
right?
You know, to go ahead and put the subs in until
they do.
The team winning does, because then you're sending your second string against a potent first string.
Pistol formation, handoff to Mosley. Mosley goes off to that far side. Had a trio of what looked to be a trio, but I think it was just a couple of receivers on this near side tight to that offensive line. Nope, there was a trio of receivers there. Yes, I couldn't see Cohen Peoples there. So a pickup of 2 yards, second down, 8 to go, moving right to left. Caden Peoples, be a quarterback keeper, comes to this near side of the 40. 45, midfield, still on his feet to the 45, down around the 42-yard line. It's a first down for the Knights, sponsored by All-Star Team Sports.
Again, I love the fight you see in this team. I mean, they are down a lot here, but not giving up, still fighting, still playing strong, and good, strong run there by KP to get the first down and then some. Hey, speaking of a good, strong run, you going to go to QV Sykes in the morning and watch some cross-country?
I've got to get ready for what you alluded to earlier. Quarterback keeper here for the Knights, and the ball comes free. I'm not sure if that was at a Wildcat or was that Braylon Dixon in the game?
I believe it was a Wildcat. I think that was Mosley on the carry. We'll wait and see here in just a second.
Turnover here as the Knights.
Again, you know, we talked about this. You know, wet field, going to dampen the balls, make them a little bit slick, and just see that right there. What's it? That's the second turnover, I believe.
For the Knights?
Yes.
You know, the last time,
but
I hate to keep on bringing this up, but the last time the Knights or the Mavericks kicked the ball out of bounds, they lost the ball on the field, or a turnover. And now this one. First and 10 for the Mavs. Trying to see if number 14 heads out for the quarterback position. 14 is Rhett Murphy. Pistol formation for the Mavericks. Mavericks looking to pass again. Makes the connection to that number 13, that receiver that just keeps on getting the football, Keyshawn Coleman. That's another first down, sponsored by All-Star Team Sports. And the pedal keeps on getting pressed.
I was going to say, while it's a different guy with his foot on the gas.
The rest of the starters are in there, though.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. Nye Johnson still playing running back. I think most of your receivers are still going to be.
Trey Stevenson still in the game.
Yeah.
Knights down by 4 scores now, 41-13.
And it looks to me like most of your offensive line still have a little dirt on their jersey, so they're not being replaced yet.
2 to the far side, 2 to receivers, that is, to the far side. Another pass completion made to number 13, Keyshawn Coleman. This time, not sure he got to the stick. Seemed about a yard shy. Second down 9 as they are eating
second down and 1.
I mean, second down and 1. So I'm sorry.
9-yard reception.
Right.
I knew where you're going with it.
I believe the Knights selected to take a timeout just to give a breather to that Knight defense. We'll stay here in action. Knights down 41-13 against 7A Germantown. Next week, we'll be on the road just a few miles up north to Philadelphia. Is that correct?
Yeah, we'll be on top of a press box over there. I don't feel like we've called a game in Philadelphia in about a week.
Tell you what, all games that we've ever done in Philadelphia or in Neshoba County, we're on top of a press box. Neshoba Central, Philadelphia, Choctaw Central. Once again, we're staying here in action during the timeout. Knights, barring a miracle, will drop their 3rd of the season.
All right, I don't think – is there an injured player over there, Lee?
Looks to be.
Yeah, so it wasn't a charged timeout. There's an injury.
Well, no, he did charge the Knights a timeout, but I believe that may be what the Knights are maybe talking that over with now, though. Because he did point toward West Lauderdale to motion that the Knights took a timeout. Player is.
See, now he's signaling his own. I don't think they charged him with the timeout.
I believe the player is out of bounds, whoever it may be, because you have a pretty much the whole team is on their knee, and the cheerleaders on the sideline.
Yeah, I can't really tell.
It's been guarded by all the players. So we're going to take an injury timeout for 30 seconds for right now. Come right back. Once again, the score is 41-13. Injury timeout on the field. We'll be back on Q101.
When it comes to football supplies and equipment, there's only one place. All-Star Team Sports. Let All-Star Team Sports protect your football player with shoulder pads, helmets, arm sleeves, mouth guards, and more. Want to support your favorite teams? All-Star Team Sports has a great selection of spirit wear, including shirts, hats, sweats, and more. So whether it's a 40-yard run for a first down or a touchdown dance in the end zone, your player will look like an all-star with All-Star Team Sports.
1100 24th Avenue in Meridian. This is West Lauderdale football on Q101.
Welcome back here to the Kingdom as we still don't have information on the particular player who is injured for Germantown, but we do have some movement on that sideline where some players are getting up from their knee as surrounding him. But once again, no information given so far as who it might be or what the injury might be. It was enough to affect not only the players, but the cheerleaders had taken a knee, and the entire team took a knee as they were tending to the players. So while I don't want to speculate, normally that's a pretty serious injury whenever they. All right, so now we've got the team coming back out on the football field. Second down and 1. Mavericks moving left to right in Knights territory at the 38-yard line. Mavericks 41, West Lauderdale 13. One receiver to this near side. No, I'm sorry, 2 receivers to this near side. Hands off to Nye Johnson, who's been really held in check, I guess you would say. He does have 2 touchdowns tonight. He will get the first down, sponsored by All-Star Team Sports, but when you have a workhorse running back such as he is, you kind of held him in check, right?
Yeah. What did he have? I think he was right at 40
yards, 30-something yards
in the first half.
And that, he had the 2 touchdowns in the first half, a 16-yarder and a 16-yard reception and a 10-yard rushing touchdown. Backup quarterback is in the football game for the Mavericks. Rhett will hand it off to the running back that was there next to him. Having trouble seeing now.
Yeah, I'm going to
window here at the Kingdom is quite fogged up.
Yeah, I'm going to go and apologize. I don't know that I'm going to be able to give you a number or a name moving forward. Like, I legit cannot make out any of who the players are.
Second down, 8 after our 2-yard pickup. Pitch off to number 33. I believe that is that's
Slaughter. Yeah. Yeah, he's going to be gang tackled there by the Knights.
We're starting to see some of the Knights' younger players enter the football game. It's getting down by 4 scores in the closing moments of football game. 6:45 remains here.
3rd down and 8. So Slaughter, no gain on that pitch off to the left side. It's a good job by the Knights to corral him down. And we are beginning to see them slow down a little bit. Talking about the Mavericks, they've run an up-tempo offense.
The offensive line still remains in the football game. 2 receivers. I'm talking about first string. 2 receivers, and I believe they're going to call. We're going to call a timeout here.
Yeah, maybe a heat timeout. I don't think it was a heat timeout.
We're going to stay here in action. Once again, it's 3rd down and 8 for the Mavericks. There is a timeout on the football field. Just under 6 minutes left. Knights, before division play starts, will head to Philadelphia and we'll take on League Central, come back here at the Kingdom. Before taking a 1-week break away from Region 4 4A action, going to right here against Taylorsville.
The Tartars.
Yeah, I can't ever say that correct.
Well, just think about the sauce.
I tried to say that last year, and I said I kept on saying, or somebody kept on telling me I was not saying it right.
Yeah, I wanted to see how many times I could get you to say tartar on the radio.
Oh, that was you.
It was me.
Okay. Timeout is complete. Germantown back in action. Once again, it's 3rd down and 8. Handoff goes, quarterback keeper goes to that far side. He'll have a first down, sponsored by All-Star Team Sports. Go out of bounds inside the 25-yard line is Rhett Murphy.
I believe they're going to mark him right on the 23, lead to bring up 1st and 10. They're getting dangerously close to the red zone again. 6 minutes, 14 seconds left to go in the game. Clock stops briefly as they reset the chains on the 1st down.
Rhett Murphy, once again, number 14, backup quarterback. 1 receiver right, 1 receiver left. Does have a running back, that's Slaughter. He'll hand it off to Slaughter. Goes off tackle to this near side. Around the 20-yard line is where he will be stopped at after about a 2-yard pickup, maybe a 3-yard pickup.
Yeah, I believe they're going to mark him right on the 20 there, Lee.
Ball is right on the outside of the 20-yard line. Same formation for the Mavericks, who lead 41-13. Threatening to extend that lead. Slaughter with the handoff.
That's going to be a good, strong run there for Slaughter because he made first contact by a defensive player was right around the line of scrimmage, but they're going to give him credit for about a 5-yard carry to bring up 3rd down and 3.
Ball is just on the inside of the 15-yard line. Starting to see some younger skill position players as receivers, but no substitutes for those offensive linemen. Rhett Murphy hands off to Slaughter. Slaughter goes to that far side. He's not going to get the first down.
I think
maybe lost.
Yeah, they're going to mark him down for a loss of a yard to bring up 4th down and 3.
Starting to see more subs for the Knights. I believe that's going to be another defensive lineman for the Knights.
Yep, so no field goal here, which I don't blame them. Going for it here on 4th down, the Mavericks are.
4th down, long 4. Rhett Murphy looking to pass. Throws over the middle and makes the connection. I believe that is complete, right? Or are they going to say incomplete? Nope, complete at the 5-yard line. 1st down and goal from the 5.
Were you able to see who caught that pass?
I was not. He was on the ground when he caught it. So line up with a receiver to the far side, receiver to this near side. Pistol formation for Rhett Murphy. Slaughter with the handoff. Slaughter goes up the middle, nothing there.
Yeah, he basically ran into the backside of his own offensive tackle. And by the time he was able to regain his footing, there were about 3 black jerseys there to drag him down.
3:54 remains here in the football game. Germantown 41, Knights 13, but Germantown's threatening here in closing moments of this football game to extend their lead. Here's Murphy, handoff.
Still not a whole lot there.
Maybe a yard.
It's going to bring up 3rd and goal. And to the credit of the Maverick, I'm seeing a lot of interchanging happening on both sides of the ball at this point. Basically, if you've got a clean jersey, they're sending you into the game, I believe.
So 3rd down and goal from the 3. Murphy, pistol formation, has Slaughter directly behind him. Receiver on the right. And Slaughter will get the pitch off to that far side. Does he get in?
It's going to be close. Are they going to call it a touchdown?
Touchdown.
Yeah, they are.
Touchdown Mavericks will extend the lead to 47-13. Awaiting the extra point. Just under 3 minutes here to play. I believe we have a backup kicker now in the game.
Well, they've got about 3 on the roster, so.
Oh, as far as kickers?
Yeah.
Rhett Murphy who was the quarterback, is the holder, and the ball comes free. Not a good hold there. He'll go down. I believe there's a flag on that far side around the 19-yard line.
That's a towel. Okay. That's a towel.
There's a reason why I did not see what color it was.
So 2 minutes, 58 seconds left to go in the game. West Lauderdale 13, Germantown Mavericks 47. The Knights getting lined up to return the kick. I see the Mavericks sending their kick team out.
Have been very impressed on the kicker for the Mavericks. He's been able to consistently put it on around the 1 or 2 yard line.
Yeah, I think even the ones who went out of bounds, they were inside the 5. So you're right, Lee. He's one of the better ones we've seen all year. As he gets ready to tee the ball up right now. So which college game are you excited about tomorrow?
Probably the Southern Miss one.
To the top, right?
Yep.
Who are they playing?
Who? They have no, they don't. Do they?
Yeah.
We won't lose. Kickoff.
That's a touchback.
There's another touchback.
All right, so true story. I know you're an alumni. You're a big USM
I live
fan.
down there.
Yeah. How long does Will Hall have left as the coach?
Man, I was surprised he got another year this year.
I
really was.
I have seen some of his most adamant supporters early on basically saying, hey, he's a good dude, we like him, but this may not be it for him.
Braylon Dixon checks in the game. He's quarterback for KP. He'll hand it off to Lamarion. Lamarion, Crosses the 25 to about the 26, 27-yard line. Lamarion Spencer.
Again, seeing some players sub in and out both ways as we are down to about 2.5 minutes to go in the game.
So second down here, handoff once again. Goes right up the middle on the 29-yard line, about a yard shy of a first down.
Again, one of the positives you can take away from a game like this is you are getting opportunities to put some of these young guys in to get minutes in a varsity football game. So, you try to find the silver lining in a game that's got a little bit out of hand here late in the fourth quarter.
Third down 2, and they're going to blow this play dead. Encroachment against the defense.
Was that the third time, fourth time we've seen that so
many
far?
Times.
Yeah.
So
And the thing is,
first down.
I'm not seeing them jump, so it's like they're lining up in that neutral zone.
First down sponsored by All-Star Team Sports. And penalty sponsored by Chris McDonald, State Farm Insurance Agent.
Got them both in.
Yep, first down and 10 for the Knights. High snap. Braylon Dixon keeps the ball himself to 35-40, outside 40 to about the 41-yard line. We have an injured, a late flag. I didn't see any action taking place, but the late flag was thrown. Wonder if he just couldn't get it out of his pocket. We do have a down Germantown Maverick. He's going straight over to the sideline. It's going to be against the Knights. He's pointed toward the Knights' side of the field. So while we do have an injured player on the field, we're going to step aside as well. That score is 47-13. Injury timeout. We'll be back after 30 seconds on Q101.
In sports, the goal is to be the best. And the same is true for Alpha Insurance. We work to make every quote, claim, or call a highlight. And that's why customers consistently give Alpha high marks for service. Call Alpha and let us help you save on home, car, and life insurance. In Meridian, call your Alpha agent Will Sweat at 601-482-2385 or stop by our office at 2340 North Hill Street, Suite A.
You're listening to West Lauderdale Night Football.
We're the West Lauderdale Cheerleaders, and we love Q101.
Back from injury timeout as the player number 40 is getting helped off the field. Number 40 is if I can read, Bounds, I believe is his name. Ken Bolden. Started with a B.
Yeah, after that penalty, that's going to bring up first down in about a quarter mile.
Yeah, it was from what I understand. Didn't see it happen, but it had to have been some type of clipping, blocking in the back. I'm not sure what it was, but
Yeah, and look, the referees by and large have done a pretty good job over here. No complaints, but if I had to cherry pick one, I don't know that they've given us signals on every penalty that we've been able to see. But either way, clock starting, 1 minute, 40 seconds left to go in the game.
Braylon Dixon is your quarterback, hands it off to Lamarion Spencer. Not much there, about a yard. Going to bring up second down and just a little bit less than a mile, as you said earlier. Closing moments of tonight's ball game, which not been a good one, 47-13. Waiting the snap from backup quarterback Braylon Dixon. Quarterback keeper comes to this near side. And one good thing, if you can say that a good thing, is these players, these backups, not had much action at all in high school football. So if you can think of anything good, getting some action in a high school football game. .45 seconds remain.
Yeah, realistically, this very well could be the last play of the game.
Marion Spencer with the handoff. Fourth down. Fourth down coming your way, and fourth down, and I think it's now 20.
Yeah, fourth down a lot. Either way, we got 12 seconds left to go in the
That's
game.
gonna be the last play.
Yeah, they're not going to snap it again, so that's going to be the final play.
47-13 is your final here at the Kingdom. 7A Germantown defeats the Mighty Knights. Once again, 47-13. We'll take a timeout of 3 minutes. Come right back with your post-game show, being brought to you by Regions Bank as well as Family Flea Market. It's coming your way next after 3 minutes on Q101.
In life, some things just go together, like a burger and fries and home and auto insurance from State Farm. Combine and save. In Meridian, talk to State Farm agent Chris McDonald today, located at 4542 Poplar Springs Drive. Call 601-483-7743 for a quote on auto, homeowners, condo, renters, personal articles, business, life, and health insurance. State Farm agent Chris McDonald is a proud supporter of the West Lauderdale Knights football team.
Go Knights!
Are you ready for some tailgating?
Down home, down the street, Piggly Wiggly.
Piggly Wiggly in Collinsville can do all the cooking for all of your tailgating this football season. Mouth-watering ribs and Boston butts are always available. If that's not enough, how about those delicious pulled pork sandwiches? For all of your tailgating snacks, food, and drinks, shop with Joe and the great folks at Piggly Wiggly in Collinsville.
We're down home, down the street, Piggly Wiggly.
You want the best of the best on your team, which is why you should interview a Regions business banker. And don't throw us any softball questions. Ask, what feedback do you get about your responsiveness and personal service? What makes you different from other bankers? We'll also be happy to tell you about our award-winning customer service, but the proof is in getting to know us. Give a Regions banker the opportunity to really wow you. Call 1-800-833-9776 or visit regions.com/interview to get started. Regions Bank, member FDIC.
We'll score a touchdown on great deals at Family Flea Market on B Street in Meridian. With over 200 vendors and over 52,000 square feet of shoppable space where you're guaranteed to find something for the whole family. Family Flea Market carries a wide variety of items, including new and used furniture, home decor, vintage items, mattresses, toys, and more. Come shop with us at Family Flea Market on B Street, Monday through Saturday, 10 to 6. You're guaranteed to score great deals. Check out our Facebook and Instagram pages.
Hey, Knights fans, it's game time. This season, don't just cheer for victory, score a winning smile with Douglas Orthodontics. Douglas Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of the West Lauderdale Knights. Get your smile in the game and show off your team spirit. Call Douglas Orthodontics today and tackle those orthodontic needs. Score a winning smile this season at Douglas Orthodontics. Douglas Orthodontics, where champions get their smile.
Locally owned and operated for over 45 years, Battery One Source is your source for auto, motorcycle, marine, and lawn and garden batteries. But don't buy before you let them check your old battery. Absolutely free. If your golf cart needs to be repaired or maybe you want to add some accessories, Battery One Source does that too. And with over 20 years experience in cell phone repairs, they are your cell phone and iPad repair headquarters. Battery One Source, located at 2618 North Frontage Road, or call 601-693-1500.
With the clock on the scoreboard reading all zeros, let's send it back out to Lee and Clint one final time for their thoughts on tonight's game and a brief preview of next week's matchup on your official post-game show, fueled by Family Flea Market, Regions Bank, and your home for West Lauderdale Knights football, Q101.
Not a good one to report on. 47-13 is the final here at the Kingdom, which that will drop the Knights down to 1-3 on the season, while the Germantown Mavericks will up their record to 3-1. Only loss from Warren Central last week for the Germantown Mavericks, and they look every bit of as dangerous as possible. They got a tough, like you said earlier, they have a tough schedule coming up in that 7A district, Region 2 7A. Teams like Clinton, Madison Central, Starkville, and Tupelo. Starkville took a hit tonight. Did they not? Did that score say? Yeah. Oh, wow. Final 42-41. That was a pretty close ball game there against the Louisville Wildcats. But Germantown, once again, wrapping up tonight 47-13 as they defeat the West Lauderdale Knights. It was a closer ball game at halftime, I think, than as what the score showed. You take away the opening kickoff and the turnover there inside Nike territory, and the Germantown Mavericks going ahead and scoring on that and getting a short field the next drive, 20-7 halftime, and then the Knights putting the ball in the end zone, having some little success, but there's just so much you can do with this big of a ball club, right?
Yeah, and it was one of those nights where it felt like every time you began to even creep into the realm of finding a little momentum, something would go against you. Whether it was a onside kick that you missed by inches or a muffed kickoff that, man, so close, or maybe just just so close and just unable to kind of rein it in. But you're right, Lee. You play a team this big, this formidable, knowing what they have, just unable to really compete on that level right now.
Well, I asked Coach Brock Clay during the coaches show, how much does that factor into an opposing team? An intimidation factor is what I was getting at. You've got to believe that somehow it is in the minds of players, especially if what happened at the first drive for West Lauderdale, turning the ball over. It's almost like, here we go again.
Yeah.
Or wow, this team is just outstanding. And I'm not taking anything away from Germantown, but if you put yourself in that situation where your mindset goes there, it's hard not to come out of that.
Yeah, and it works both ways for us because, it's the equivalent of, 2-3 weeks, the last time we were here, playing against the 2A Clarkdale.
Mm-hmm.
Again, just a smaller school, and we saw that one get away from them, there toward the end. You end up winning, I think, 44-16, 42-16, something like that. Either way, was that right, Lee?
Yes, you were.
Absolutely. So, again, you kind of see that one kind of slip away, toward the end. And tonight, unfortunately, we were just on the other end of that slipping.
Once again, this is your post-game show being brought to you by Regions Bank as well as Family Flea Market. How about let's get some final game stats? I know probably that the Germantown Maverick stats are probably something we don't want to hear about, but let's do it anyway.
Go ahead, Didi. What you got for us, buddy?
All right, so we're going to start out with Germantown stats for the players. And starting out with number 4, Johnson. He ran 13 times for 61 yards. And King White, the quarterback, ran 8 for 42. And Julian Slaughter ran 10 times for 18 yards. Most of that was at the end of the game. And then Rhett Murray ran 1 time for 10 yards. And Kayshawn Coleman 1 time for 6. And on their passing, King White threw 23 for 28 for 384 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 1 interception. And then Rhett Murphy came in at the end of the game and threw 3 for 3 for 35 yards. And then for the receiving, number 5, Lawson Branson, 6 receptions for 146 yards, 2 touchdowns. Coleman, 9 receptions for 127 yards. Trey Stevenson, 5 receptions for 47 yards. Ashton Smith, 2 for 35. And Johnson, 3 for 30. And then also for the Knights, not as impressive, but for the receiving, Ashton Ratcliffe, 3 for 61 yards. Chase Gatlin, 1 for 9. And then for the passing, KP threw 4 for 15 for 61 yards. And then on the rushing, we had Mosley leading the team with 22 rushes for 91 yards. And then KP had 17 rushes for 85. And Spencer came in at the end with 4 rushes for 8 yards. And then Ratcliffe had 1 rush for 5 yards. And then Rowe 4 rushes for 4 yards. And then just a couple of the team stats for Germantown. They had a complete of 30 first downs throughout the whole game. They ran the ball 34 times for 137 yards. They threw the ball. They caught the ball 29 times for 437 yards for a total of 437 passing yards.
Wow.
And then lastly for the Knights, they had 15 total first downs. And they rushed the ball 50 times for 194 rushing yards. And they had 5 completed passes for 70 yards with a total of 70 passing yards.
Thank you very much, Dee. And you know what? I'll tell you what, one of the stats that I think is something that you can build on, while it doesn't really help the scoreboard, Travion Mosley might have had one of his best games this year, taking on the defense as Germantown. He had nearly 100 yards, and I'm not talking about just the yards, but just the runs that he had. I think you can build a lot on that.
We've talked about that a little bit early on in the game. That Douglas Rowe had kind of shown out the last few games to start the season as more of the bruiser back, not the feature back per se, but more the one that you feel like you could count on in short yardage when you had to have those 2 or 3 yards. And Mosley tonight, kind of began to shine his light a little bit in that situation and was not willing to go down easily. And we saw him fight through arm tackles pretty much all night. Wasn't willing to go down until it was 2 or 3 gang tackling him.
All right, we're going to wrap things up here. Once again, the Knights will fall to 1-3 on the season. Hasn't been that many years of 1-3 football here at West Lauderdale, but I'm not going to say strength of teams that about to start facing, because they're all strong. They're all playing football. But you're not facing 7A ball clubs over the next few weeks. So we're going to start hopefully turning things around here at West Lauderdale. As next week we'll take on Philadelphia, back home against League Central in 2 weeks. Is that homecoming? Homecoming is in 2 weeks. I'm getting the nod of approval by my video guy over there, Aaron Pogue. So the next time that we'll be back at the Kingdom is homecoming night. So we look forward to having you back. If you can't go to the games with us, of course, we'd love to have you right here on Q101. So with that being said, we're going to close up shop here. The post-game show being brought to you by Regions Bank as well as Family Flea Market. Once again, the score is 47-13. That's the final here at the Kingdom. Germantown 3-1. West Lauderdale now 1-3. For Clint, for Dee doing stats, for even Michael back there at the station, we'd like to thank you very much for joining us here on Q101. Have a great weekend. We'll see you back here next Friday night, 6:30.